Universitas Muhammadiyah Surakarta, Profesor Dr. Anam Sutopo M. Hum. Keynote speaker, Dr. Zamzami Zainuddin from Flinders University, Australia. Invited speakers, Professor Madya Dr. Hud Kemri Zulnaidi from University Malaya, Malaysia. Mr. Jan Wantara PhD from Universitas Muhammadiyah Surakarta. Mrs. Ratna Yunita Setiani Subarjo PhD Psychologist from Universitas Aisyah Yogyakarta, BKKPI, PCIM, PCIA, Malaysia, and beloved audience. Praise be to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, the cherisher and sustainer of the worlds. Secondly, let's convey our gratitude to our beloved Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. May peace be upon him. The honorable audience and distinguished guests, welcome to the 8th International Conference on Learning and Advanced Education 2025, AI and Technological Developments, Bringing Learning and Education Towards the Next Level, held on Friday, December 12, 2025, in Rumah Hamka PCIM, Batu Caves, Selangor, Malaysia, and UMS. My name is Hanum Hairunisa. I'll become your Master of Ceremony this morning, and I would like to thank everyone here for attending our remarkable conference. Before we proceed to the conference, allow me to read today's agenda. First, opening. Second, singing national anthem Indonesia Raya and Sang Surya. Third, recitation of the Holy Quran. Fourth, official opening of the 8th ICOLAE 2025. Fifth, official report of the 8th ICOLAE 2025. Sixth, main agenda. 7, parallel session, and the last one is closing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's open today's conference by reciting Basmalah together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Next, singing the national anthem Indonesia Raya and Sang Surya. Ladies and gentlemen, please raise. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Next is the recitation of the Holy Quran. We kindly invite Muhammad Faris Abid Muwafaq to recite the verses of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. The floor is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
A'udzu billahi minasy syaithanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. واعتصموا بحبل الله جميعا ولا تفرقوا واذكروا نعمة الله عليكم واذكروا نعمة الله عليكم إذ كنتم أعداء فألف بين قلوبكم فألف بين قلوبكم فأصبحتم بنعمته إخوانا وكنتم على شفا حفرة من النار فأنقذكم منها كذلك يبين الله لكم آياته لعلكم تهتدون ولتكن منكم أمة يدعون إلى الخير ويأمرون بالمعروف وينهون عن المنكر وأولئك هم المفلحون صدق الله العظيم. شكرا على حسن اهتمامكم. معذرة على سائر الأخطاء. آخر كلام السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, Muhammad Faris Abid Muwafaq. Ladies and gentlemen, we arrive at a very important moment. We are honored to invite the Rector of Universitas Muhammadiyah Surakarta to officially open our conference. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Profesor Dr. Harun Joko Prayitno MHum.
Terima kasih Mbak. Tes, bisa didengar ya suaranya ya? Tes,
Bisa.
bisa gitu?
Bisa, bro.
Terima kasih. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man wala. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wa la syarika lah wa asyhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Allahumma shalli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad amma ba'd. Selamat pagi dari Solo, Indonesia. Good morning everyone. Good morning everybody. The honorable teacher speakers today. The first speaker to Dr. Jamjani Yamitin, my colleague, now from Flinders University. And then the second speakers from Madhya Dr. Camry Zulnaidi from University Malaya. Semoga sehat selalu. And the third speaker, my colleague from Teacher and Training Education Faculty, Mas Jan Wantoro PhD from Universitas Muhammadiyah Surakarta. And then the fourth speaker to my colleague Ibu Ratna Yunitastiani Suparjo PhD, Psychologist from Universitas Aisyah Yogyakarta, College usually Unisa Yogyakarta, not so far from Solo, maybe only 60 kilometers Solo to Unisa Jogja. And participant and special the Honorable the Dean of Teacher and Training Education Faculty, Professor Anam Sutopo and team. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the students, teachers, anak-anakku semuanya, mahasiswa, coming from the other universities, coming from the other countries. Today, the first and foremost, let us extend our praises and gratitude to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, the most and efficient and most merciful. May we also seek Allah's blessing of salawat and salam upon the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing be upon him. Selamat pagi, good morning, and welcome to B8 International Conference on Learning and Advanced Education. This conference, International Conference on Learning and Advanced Education, have sister. Who is the sister? ICOLAE Journal, International Journal on Advanced Education. So, ICOLAE, this conference today on ICOLAE, born at the same time. Yeah. It is both an honor and privilege to address you today in my capacity as the rector or the president of UMS of Universitas Muhammadiyah Surakarta, located in Surakarta, Central Java, Indonesia. I extend my warmest greeting and sincere gratitude to all the distinguished guests, esteemed speakers, researchers, educators, students, of course, mahasiswaku semuanya tentu saja, and all participants who have joined us from across the globe to take part in this significant event. Jadi saya berharap para mahasiswa semua, guys, ya, ikuti kegiatan ini. Anak-anak muda masih you have any more potency, you have any more time, you have any more idea to improve your competence ya. Jadi kalau dulu saya dikukuhkan sebagai guru besar termuda di Jawa Tengah 44 tahun, mahasiswa para dosen ini ke depan mudah-mudahan harus 40 sudah jadi guru besar ya. Risetnya jalan terus ya. Today, we have honored to host distinguished invited speakers who have made outstanding contributions in their respective fields. This international conference, ICOLAE, under the theme AI and technological developments, bringing learning and education towards the next level. Maybe uh, 2 days ago, Pak Dirjen coming to MS said AI yang mengawali, AI yang mengakhiri ya. Who is AI? AI tidak ada artinya apa-apa kalau kita ada support data. Jadi sebenarnya AI tidak akan bisa mengalahkan otaknya manusia sebenarnya. Jadi AI itu akan sangat bergantung kepada data yang diberikan oleh manusia itu sendiri. So, Pak Dirjen said AI the beginning and AI ending gitu ya. This theme highlights the rapid evolution of artificial intelligence and educational technologies, emphasizing how these innovations can transform teaching, transform learning, transform education system toward, and the others transform toward a more advanced and future-oriented direction. Jadi teaching, learning, education, bahkan mungkin sistem itu harus ditransform, harus diubah. For 2 consecutive years, UMS has achieved remarkable success in the Time Higher Education World University Rank atau the World W Rank. Alhamdulillah saat ini UMS masuk jadi UMS ini THI-nya, WUR-nya disumbang oleh bidang pendidikan. Jadi nanti silakan dicari. Bidang pendidikan adalah nyumbang THI yang pertama di UMS ya. Mudah-mudahan teman-teman FKIP mahasiswa ini terus melaju kajiannya, risetnya, publikasinya ya. The title of the best Islamic and private university Indonesia remains unshaken. Additionally, UMS has outperformed other Islamic universities listed in the WUR 2026 rankings. These achievements has propelled UMS to become the leading Islamic university not only in Indonesia, we hope, but in the world. Furthermore, the university's research quality attained an exceptional score of 60.5, the positioning it as the institution with the highest research quality in education. Jadi posisi riset kita skornya 60,5. Dan terakhir dari riset yang bergengsi, invitasi LPDP, UMS menempati the first rank sebagai periset. Saya berharap teman-teman FKIP, mahasiswa support semua, mahasiswa FKIP yang papernya accepted by jurnal Scopus or accepted by conference Scopus, UMS will be support IPC-nya, jadi administrasi processing charge-nya penuh ditanggung oleh UMS ya. UMS masih terus. Saat ini alokasi budgetnya untuk riset mencapai posisi 8% ditambah 7%, berapa itu? 15%. Sangat tinggi ya. As the leading private university in Indonesia, UMS remains steadfast in its commitment to advancing technology for the benefit of humanity. In the future level, we have collaboration both in national and international level. Jadi saya berharap kerjasama dengan UM, dengan Universitas Jogja, dan dengan berbagai universities from the other countries dapat berlangsung dengan baik. We have 11 undergraduate program fakulti ini ya. Jadi di fakultas itu memiliki undergraduate program, 5 master degree program, and 3 doctoral program. Dan now running to doctoral program PBGG. We have massively arranged students such as delegating students for intensive program and students exchange to neighboring countries. Pak Dekan mulai merancang kegiatan di Australia, di Brunei, di Thailand, di Malaysia, di Arab Saudi, dibedakan nanti di Riyadh, di Madinah, di Mekah, di Kairo, Mesir, dan sebagainya. Staff exchange such as visiting professors, joint research, joint public service, joint publication have also been implemented with both national and international institutions. This event underscores our unwavering commitment to achieving the status of the world-class university by 2029. Through this initiative, we aspire to strengthen the relationship and cooperation between OMS and its partner institutions. Today with UM, fostering mutual benefit and in judging the impact of research and publication for all involved. I am pleased to note the remarkable response to this conference. Of course, it has attracted most to 100 participants more 100 participants and presenters. The submitted article reflecting its research advancement in mathematics, technology, and education for all has significantly raised ahead our understanding of innovation and education quality. It is highly encouraging to witness robust engagement from researchers and educators across the globe. Jadi saya berharap teman-teman dari berbagai pendidikan itu bisa memanfaatkan forum ini. And finally, I would like to convey my deepest gratitude to the organizing committee, Pak WD 4 ya, the scientific committee, and all those who have contributed largely to the success of this event, this conference. Your dedication, your motivation, your coming here, several participants coming to KL, to Kuala Lumpur, and some participants coming presenting by hybrid, and some participants coming in UMS campus and FKIP campus, and EVOT have created this enriching platform for collaboration and intellectual exchange. Once more again, I extend my warmest welcome to all participants, speakers, and distinguished guests. Thank you so much. And I wish you a productive and memorable conference experience by ICOLAE. Thank you. See you. Have a nice this conference. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, Professor Dr. Harun Cukup Prayitno M. Hum. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now proceed to the official report of the 8th ICOLAE 2025. To the Dean of Faculty of Teacher Training and Education, Universitas Muhammadiyah Surakarta, Professor Dr. Anam Sutopo M. Hum, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you. Cek sound.
Sampai jam 11.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
Waalaikumsalam
warahmatullahi
warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh.
Kan diklik Pak, coba digeser.
Alhamdulillah.
Sendiri niku.
Wa nikmatillah. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wa la syarika lah wa asyhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Allahumma shalli ala Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabihi. Amma
mau nih apa sih ini? Oh, ku ini pengen mana lah?
Education Faculty of Universitas Muhammadiyah Surakarta. I am from Rumah Hamka, Malaysia. Persatuan Cabang Istimewa Muhammadiyah Malaysia. From Rumah Hamka, I will try to convey my welcome to you all. First, of course, welcome and greeting and welcome to all of the attendances. Acknowledgement of special acknowledgement of the university leadership, especially our rector, the Honorable Yang Mulia, our rector, Professor Dr. Harun Cukup Prayitno M. Hum, who has given us a permit to conduct this conference in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur, from Perumahan Hamka, PCIA, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Thank you also our friend from Universitas Muhammadiyah Tasikmalaya as the support, as the host in this conference. I think this is a good collaboration between Universitas Muhammadiyah Surakarta, PCIM, PCIA Malaysia, Malaya University Malaysia, and also Universitas Muhammadiyah Tasikmalaya. So in this group of opinions, and good chance, let me introduce and give acknowledgement for the distinguished speakers. The first one to Dr. Zamzami Zainuddin. I think thank you for your kindness to be the speaker. He is from Flinders University. And the second one, Professor Madya, Dr. Hakemri Zulnadi from University Malaya. Thank you for your being to be the speaker in our conference. The third is John Janwantoro, PhD, our colleague in Universitas Muhammadiyah Surakarta. Thank you also, Mas Janwantoro. The last one to Ms. Ratna Yunita Satyani Subarjo, PhD. She is a psychologist from Universitas Asia Yogyakarta, and also as BKKPI, PCIN, and PCIA Malaysia. So Special Princess of International in Malaysia. Thank you, Mbak Ratna Yunita Setiani Subarjo PhD, for your kindness in conducting this conference. So there will be nice collaboration between Education Faculty of Universitas Muhammadiyah Jakarta and also our beloved organization, our beloved foundation, Muhammadiyah, especially in the PCIM, PCIA Malaysia. I think I also give my deep appreciation to all participants, all partners, sponsors, and the outgoing committee, especially to my brother, my colleague in Bandung. I give a special appreciation to Professor Dr. Haris Hendriana, our friends in Bandung, in IKIP Siliwangi Bandung. Thank you for your sponsorship through Infinity Journal, International Journal of Innovation and Learning, or IJIL, indexed by Scopus. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, I think next let me give you an overview in line with the ICOLAE this year. I think the International Conference on Learning and Advanced Education, or we call ICOLAE, is our annual agenda at the Faculty of Teacher Training and Education, Universitas Muhammadiyah Surakarta. We do every year this conference. This is the first time we conduct this conference in abroad in Malaysia. Next year, based on rector suggestion, we will move from one country to another country. Maybe our target will be to Brunei, and then we move to another country, especially in ASEAN, or maybe we'll move also to Saudi Arabia or Korea. This is our commitment. This year, of course, it is the 8th edition of ICOLAE. So this year we have conducted 8 times, and our theme in this good opportunity, it is in line with IA and technological development, because this is the crucial theme, crucial topic. Of course, bringing learning and education toward the next level. So completely, our theme is IA and technological development as a bridging learning and education toward the next level. ICOLAE continues to serve as a global platform, a global partnership, global connection for academic in line with the discussion, research, dissemination, collaborations, and also sharing experience. Of course, the purpose of this conference in line with providing a platform for sharing research and practices for researchers, for lecturers, even students. It is also to strengthen academic network across institutional and countries. We have commitment in global area. It means international. So we will try to have a network across country, across institutions, different countries, overseas. So to support high quality scientific publications. As a lecturer, as researchers, we have a great commitment to develop, to support the high quality scientific publication. And this is, I think, as the best opportunity for you all, students, lecturers, researchers, and all academic practitioners to share their experience. And also, this conference has purpose to advance innovations in the international assessment and also education. Well, I'd like to give a highlight of the ICOLAE this year that we have 4 speakers. We have invited 4 speakers that I have mentioned above. To Dr. Zani Zainuddin from Flinders University, and then from Malaya University, Professor Madhya, Dr. Bukemri Junaidi, and then from UMS, Janwantoro PhD, and also from PCIA Malaysia, as also as lecturers in Universitas Aisyah di Jakarta, Mbak Ratna Yunita Setiani Suparjo. And then I'd like to make a report to our rector that this conference consists of 225 presenters. I think this is a good opportunity. I think it is the best memorable event that we have collected. We have 225 presenters. Very wonderful. And also the presenters coming from Indonesia, from China, from Yemen, from Malaysia, from Bangladesh, from Russia, and also Saudi Arabia. So all from 225 presenters, they are coming from different countries. At least I may mention there are from 7 countries, including Indonesia, besides China, Yemen, Malaysia, Bangladesh, Russia, and also Saudi Arabia. Hopefully, all the participants may give significant contribution to this conference. So participants represent multiple international across countries, 7 countries that I have mentioned. And also the attendees include academic, researchers, professional, practitioner, and also everybody who are interested in this, in this conference. Therefore, we hope that we will have outcome in line with the conference. That we will get successful in implementation of plenary and parallel session. And also we have strong international engagement and significant institutional representation. We have also strengthened the network and new academic collaboration. Yeah, hopefully we would like to make strength more, memorable. We will have stronger, and also in line with the strengthening of the partnership among the researchers, among the academic, and also students across country. We have also that hopefully again we will find high quality of research output with publication opportunities. And of course, we have enhanced international feasibility upgrade. This is our commitment to make our university UMS more and more going to the world to prove that we are in the level of world-class university. I think this is our commitment to support rector's vision. My special announcement goes to the entire organizing committee conducted by all 5 students, especially 5 students like Dr. Nur Muhammad Khalid, and also all the committee. We are in this country in Malaysia, and also committee in Universitas Muhammadiyah Malaya. Thank you also for the speaker for your contributions. Hopefully you may share your mutual and beneficial benefit given to all participants. I'd like to gratitude to reviewer, partners, sponsors, and also supporting institutions, especially our brothers, our sisters in PCI and PCIA Malaysia, and our friend in Siliwangi, IKIP Siliwangi Bandung, and also our acknowledgement also strong leadership support for the university. Thank you, Pak Rektor. Thank you, Pak Vice Rektor Ban, and also the ISEP of UMS, Professor Samsuto, support us, giving us spirit to conduct this conference in different countries from Malaysia. So once more, thank you, and your contribution hopefully may give positive impact to our life. I'd like to give you one more. Let's focus on how important the sustaining international collaboration and education. And ICOLAE is one of the media. ICOLAE also as one of the forum. How we can gather, how we can share together about our research and our concern in line with the scientific analysis. And of course, today from Rumah Hamka, Malaysia, we conduct this conference. Next year, next time, next step, I'd like to invite you also to take a good participation, to take a nice and memorable participation in ICOLAE next year, maybe in Brunei or in another country. Thank you for Pak Rector who has opened officially this conference. Thank you everything and see you at the next ICOLAE. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, Professor Dr. Anam Sutopo M. Hum. Now we will present token of appreciation to PCIA Malaysia from the Faculty of Teacher Training and Education will be presented by Professor Dr. Anam Sutopo M. Hum to the representative of the PCIA Malaysia. Please welcome.
Okay, thank you. This is just a little and small but meaningful subject from UNS to our friend in Malaysia.
Thank you so much for the gift, and I hope we can go to next Nobel diploma.
Amin. Thank you. Barakallah.
MC, please continue this agenda.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, now it comes to the main agenda. It is keynote speech, invited speaker speech, and plenary session. The keynote speech will be delivered by Dr. Zamzami Zainuddin from Flinders University, Australia. We also have Professor Madya Dr. Hutkemri Zulnaidi from University Malaya, Malaysia. A very good morning to Dr. Zamzami and Dr. Hutkemri. And to guide this session, we are honored to have our moderator, Mrs. Sri Rejeki SPD MPD MSc. Before we begin, allow me to share a brief profile of our moderator. Mrs. Sri Rejeki SPD MPD MSc is a lecturer at Universitas Muhammadiyah Surakarta. She is currently a PhD student in mathematics education at University Pendidikan Sultan Idris, Malaysia. Besides focusing her studies on developing instructional media for primary and secondary mathematics learning, particularly in areas related to realistic mathematics education, she also conducts research on mathematical communication among pre-service mathematics teachers. In addition, she has participated in multiple trainings on technology and artificial intelligence to support innovative mathematics learning. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mrs. Sri Rejeki SPD MPD MSc.
Thank you, Mbak Hanu. Is my voice clear? Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum, Dr. Zamzami.
Halo, Waalaikumsalam.
Okay, good
Miss
morning,
Sri.
Doctor.
Good morning.
Yeah, it's still morning, right, in Adelaide?
Yes, the morning here in Adelaide.
Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum, Dr. Hutkemri.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Selamat pagi, Dokter. Ya,
Yeah,
bisa
good
dimulai ya,
morning.
Dokter?
Yeah.
Boleh dimulai? Oke, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests and fellow participants. Alhamdulillah, in the name of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, the most gracious, the most merciful. Peace and blessing be upon our beloved Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Welcome to the International Conference on Learning and Advanced Education, ICOLAE 2025. My name is Sri Rejuki and I will be the moderator for this session. And thank you very much for joining us today. This conference has an important theme, AI and technological developments, bringing learning and education towards the next level. And the theme reflects the rapid changes in our educational landscape and also the opportunities we must embrace together. Today, here we are honored to have two esteemed speakers who will share their insight with us. And each speaker will have 30 minutes for their presentation, then followed by a 10-minute discussion at the end. First, it's my honor to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Zamzami Zainuddin from Flinders University, Australia. And we will share a short biography of Dr. Zamzami Zainuddin first. Please, committee. Thank you. Okay, Dr. Zamzami Zainuddin is a senior lecturer at the College of Education, Flinders University, Australia, with a research focus on technology-enhanced learning. And he earned his PhD in Information and Technology Studies in Education from the University of Hong Kong under a competitive Hong Kong scholarship, where he received multiple awards for outstanding research contribution. His scholarly work spans flipped learning, gamified and immersive learning, AI literacy, digital well-being, and mixed method educational research, with publication appearing in leading international journals. Recognized as one of the world's top 2% scientists in 2021 and 2025, he is also actively involved in international research collaboration, book authorship, and editorial work, as well as a keynote speaking at global academic forum. And next, I would like to introduce our invited speaker, the Associate Professor Dr. Hutkamri Zulnaidi from University of Malaya, Malaysia. And he holds a PhD, MED, and BEd in mathematics education, and currently serves in multiple strategic, academic, and administrative roles. He is an associate professor at the Department of Mathematics and Science Education, Faculty of Education, University of Malaya. He specializes in mathematics education, technology in education, problem solving, assessment and measurement, statistics, and quantitative research methods. He is currently involved in several research projects on the Industrial Revolution 4.0, lifelong learning, teaching innovation, learning support, burnout, soft skill, and teaching practices. He is also actively involved in research workshops, statistical data analysis, and research methodology. He has also published extensively in international journals and received numerous awards for innovation, research excellence, and scholarly impact. And now, without further ado, I would like to invite Dr. Zamzami Zainuddin first to begin his presentation with theme or title, AI as the Teacher's Creative Co-Pilot. Please give applause for Dr. Zamzami Zainuddin. And to Dr. Zamzami, 30 minutes. The time is yours.
Well, thank you. Can I share my slide?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you everyone. Thank you, and assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Mistry, for the generous introductions. My name is Zamzami Zainuddin. I'm from Flinders University. Thank you for the invitation to this international conference. My presentation today is about AI as the teacher's creative co-pilot. And first of all, I'd like to acknowledge I'm speaking from the land of Aboriginal people, so I'd like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the Aboriginal people as the owner of the land, and I also want to pay my respect to their elder past, present, and emerging. This is my CV at Flinders University. I'm currently as a senior lecturer at the College of Education, Psychology and Social Work, also as the Deputy Lead HDR Coordinator for PhD students at the College of Education. And previously, I worked at University Malaya, and Dr. Hood here was my colleague at Flinders University. Apa kabar, Dr. Hood? Yeah, we were at the same college, and I moved to Australia about 2 years ago, and my position today at Flinders University. I completed my PhD from the Faculty of Education, University Hong Kong, and this is my publication and my research all about technology education. And currently, my research also expand on psychology in education. I combine between technology in education, like AI in education, with cognitive well-being or cognitive load, also cognitive resilience. Also, my research about virtual reality, augmented reality. I'm currently doing research on immersive learning, combined with gamification, combined with AI as well. To start this presentation in just 30 minutes, I'd like to start my presentation with a very important keyword, Society 4.0 and Society 5.0. So what's the difference? Society 4.0 is more about technology. We focus all about technology. The center is about technology. But now we are moving to Society 5.0. So what is for Society 5.0? Society 5.0 is back to human. Human is as the center, not technology. Okay. The problem in Society 4.0, everything about technology, AI, super smart, in artificial intelligence. But when we move to Society 5.0, it's a collaboration between human and technology. We need to collaborate, human and technology, but the center must be human, not technology. Technology must be the co-pilot. Human must be the pilot, not technology, not AI. Technology is not everything in our life, but human is everything. So that's Society 5.0. We need to collaborate, to work together with technology, but technology must be the co-pilot, not as the pilot, human as the pilot. In education, AI today is very popular as a co-pilot, not just in education, in many sectors. AI will never replace the role of human, the role of teachers, the role of doctors. In medical science, in medicine, for example, AI can scan more than 1,000 images in a single time, but and can diagnose the disease in a single time, in just 1 minute. But AI will not be able to communicate the diagnosis to patient because AI doesn't have heart. Need doctors, need human here to communicate with heart to patients. Can you imagine that robot or AI talk to patient? You are in a dangerous situation. Your cancer today in level 3, level 4. No human there, no emotion there. So need nurse, need doctors, need human to communicate heart by heart, need to communicate emotionally. So that's the role of human is very important. Also in education, AI will never replace the role of teachers because education itself is not just transferring information, but education also transferring emotion, transferring emotions. Education is not just talking about the curriculum. Education is not just talking about what happened in the classroom. In education, we also need to talk about what happened beyond the classroom. We need to talk about need to ask questions to students about their family, about their breakfast today, what happened with your life, anything outside the classroom, outside the textbook. And AI will not be able to do that. Okay, so that's the importance of human, still the center in education, not AI. But AI or technology is still very important in education. Teachers will never be replaced by AI or technology, but teachers will be replaced by other teachers who understand technology or AI. So will not be replaced by the tool, but will be replaced by other people who understand technology and AI. So understanding technology today is very important for all people, all educators, not just for people in technology, in computer science, in education technology, all people, either you are in language learning, in STEM educations, in science, everyone need to understand technology. Yeah. In Australia, for example, the curriculum in Australia, the technology must be integrated into all aspects. Technology, literacy, numeracy, that must be integrated in all subjects. STEM also must be integrated in all subjects. STEM in language learning. STEM is not just about learning mathematics, not just learning science, but STEM also learning how to apply STEM in language learning, how to apply STEM in sports science. So that's the knowledge, very important to apply. So in education, AI is a co-pilot. AI is not everything, but teachers is everything. We need to bring AI, we need to bring technology as a co-pilot. There are many benefits of AI in education. For example, adaptive learning, personalized learning. So using AI, we can adjust the level of student learning according to student needs. For example, here in Australia, every student in the school analyze their capability using AI. So students who already advanced, they can move forward, study independently. Students who still left behind, they need the teachers will give special treatments, one by one coaching, right? So students, so we understand student according to their level. So AI will help us understand personalized learning. Learning analytics also used today in many platforms like learning management system. In language learning, for example, like Duolingo, for example, if you use Duolingo also has a learning analytics. We'll be able to adjust to give recommendation to users in which level your language level. AI also currently understand behavior. I'm doing research on student engagements. So many years ago, we did research about student engagement. We usually do questionnaire survey to understand student emotional engagement, behavioral engagement, cognitive engagement. But today we can use AI to understand engagements, not just perception questionnaires. Emotional engagement is about students' student emotion, students' motivations, student happiness, or boring or not in the class, that emotion. But behavioral engagement is student movement in the class, raise hand or help other people, student physical movement, that behavior, they act, they come into class, attendance, that behavioral engagement. So today we can detect, student emotional and behavioral engagement using AI. There are so many platforms today to detect that. And this is very popular videos from TikTok in China that students learning analytics, student report can be analyzed using AI. Yeah, just use the AI tool and we can understand whether student boring or not, student sleepy or not in the class, student motivated or not in the class. So we can use AI today to detect this. This is just an example. We also can use a platform, for example, like Mobcast. Mobcast is a really cool platform, AI, that we can understand student engagement. We can connect this to Zoom. So if we use this and we connect to Zoom, this is AI-based platform, and then you open all your camera, okay? And this AI will be able to identify your facial recognitions, your situation, your face, either you're in boring situation or in sad or happy today. So AI will be able to do this. So this is mostly used today in online learning. So we integrate this into Zooms, into Google Scholars. So we understand your expressions in the class, whether you're sleepy or not today, whether you're boring today. So AI will be able to detect this. This is the example of report, for example. We also can do this in research for online learning, for example. We just use this and then we just report. This is the patterns of students' emotion in the class. We can understand using Hume.ai. We also can use emotions. Yeah, this is also AI. See the facial recognition. And currently, I and my team here at Flinders also doing research about student speed reading using AI. So we use headset to identify eyes movement and head movement. So speed reading very much strong correlation with student eyes movement and head movement. So from that research, we'll be able to do the treatment. What is the best treatment for reading? So this is AI really helpful for learning if we can use it ethically and properly. AI today also very popular used for marking, for grading, right? Turnitin today has AI check. Yeah, Turnitin has AI check, and also Great Scope also can analyze more than 1,000 essay. Can you imagine that if you have a student in the class, 500 students in very big class or 400 students, and we mark student one by one using AI, that takes time. But AI can give us a brainstorming, a general idea. We'll give recommendation, and then we can check we need to verify again what the recommendation from AI. AI today become a teaching assistant, become a research assistant, and AI integrated into all aspects, into teaching platform, into so many research platform, research tool analysis, also AI today. So and many institutions today also use AI as a research assistant to help to recruit AI. Instead of recruiting human to work as research assistant, you can purchase or subscribe best AI to help you. For example, doing qualitative analysis can transcribe the text in a single minutes. But also definitely we need to acknowledge that we use AI in our research. That's very important. AI also use virtual assistant chatbot. Here at Flinders, from next year, local student will study in fully online class, asynchronous learning, very much like UT in Indonesia, Universitas Terbuka. Many years ago, people bully UT, Universitas Terbuka, but today all people in the world follow the kind of situations, learning like UT, Universitas Terbuka, flexible learning, asynchronous learning. In Australia, it's very popular today. Universitas Open University, we prepare, develop modules, and students complete anytime. On weekend, Saturday, Monday, they can complete. We also integrate AI chatbot. The student can chat everything about assignments. So very helpful for us. Yeah, very helpful for us for teachers. Student can learn. We need to personalize. We need to train AI, and we can clone ourselves as well in AI. We can clone our voice. We can clone our face, and then a student can talk to AI online. So that's very helpful. Duolingo language learning also very popular today. Learning language, so many platforms that use AI, especially for learning analytics. AI can reduce anxiety in speaking. Today, if you want to practice your English, you don't need to go to Australia. You don't need to go to US, Canada. You just practice your English with ChatGPT. ChatGPT can speak English very well. So you can talk anywhere. You can talk anytime with ChatGPT. It's very cheap. Okay, instead, you don't need to talk with native speaker in order to practice English. Also personalized. Okay, also AI also can understand our level based on our competency. Also, we'll be able to provide feedbacks on our learning, and also immersive, very immersive AI today. Headset, so many headset today use immersive learning AI, so we can be anywhere. We can study, we can create classroom everywhere around the world, and we also can talk to people in that applications. So very immersive. Yeah, gamifications also integrate AI today to improve language learning. And this is one of my publication last year, published by Springer. This is generated from my PhD thesis about gamification in flipped classroom. Yeah, last, I'd like to also share about my current project also here at Flinders University. I'm currently working on microlearning and cognitive load. So what is microlearning? Microlearning is learning in 15 minutes, learning in 20 minutes, more effective than learning than 2 hours, but increase your cognitive load. So the purpose of this study, our study, is to manage student cognitive load. So cognitive load is very popular. Our brain has limitations. We can't learn so many things. So we need to manage our brains. There are three types of cognitive load. The first is extraneous load. If so many information coming to our mind, very destructive, that's not good. So we need to reduce cognitive load. Several strategies we can do, like writing note, chunking information, making split, sharing with other people. The second type of cognitive load called intrinsic cognitive loads. The complexity of the materials that we cannot remove. What we can do is to simplify the content. AI can simplify the content today. How AI can simplify the content? Reading text is very boring today, especially reading journal, reading textbook. We can convert that into image. We can convert that into infographic. We can convert that into song. We can convert that text into podcast. So students can understand the complexity of the materials easily. So we can use AI to do that. Okay, so that's micro learning. So in my project, especially for teaching, I have converted. I'm teaching education research method here. Especially we use Creswell book. Student complain Creswell is very complex. The language is very hard to understand. Creswell. So we translated that Creswell books into just 2-3 media, using comics, using videos, short video animations, using pictures, using infographics, using podcasts, and we can generate that using AI. The student can understand easily Creswell educational research. Yeah, this is a kind of my class. I transfer the complexity of information into comics, and then infographic, also kind of animations or short video lectures. Also podcasts. We also can generate podcasts. 3 people, 4 people talk together using AI. Because today, instead of listening to one people talk, student will prefer to listen to podcasts. Can you? I think we all of us have experience watching YouTube. If you watch YouTube, one person talk, that can be boring, right? But if people talk together, like podcasts, for example, listening to other people talk, that's more engaging than listening to one people talk. So podcasts can also be created, produced using AI. Yeah, this is a kind of example that there are so many platforms that we can use for Gen AI, generative AI. We can use Canva. Canva today is everything can do by Canva, including building, creating a PowerPoint slideshow. Canva can create website as well. Canva can create animation. Canva can do anything because Canva has AI today. So many years ago, when I was in schools, in order to learn how to design poster, for example, we need to understand like CorelDRAW, we need to understand Photoshop. But today it's very easy. The template already are available there on Canva, right? So everyone can do that. AI also there. But even though AI already on Canva, creativity is number one. So that's why creativity will never ever taken over by AI. If I give you one task to create one poster, research poster, the design will be very different even you use AI. Why? Because creativity. So creativity is very important in the era of AI, also for teachers, because creativity will never ever taken over by AI. Okay. Also use 11 Lab to clone voice, to generate new voice, eVideo to create new video, Napkin to generate chart, Kling AI to make image become alive like a video, ChatGPT, Gemini. In Australia, we use Copilot. Copilot is under Microsoft because the platform in Australia for online learning is not using Zoom or Google Meet. We use here Teams. So Teams is under Microsoft, and Copilot is also under Microsoft. Yeah, AI is also very important for special needs students or inclusive educations. AI and accessibility for visual impairments that student cannot see. AI very helpful. There are so many applications today for example, can translate text to voice, voice to text, right? So it's very helpful. AI, this is also another example of AI for visual impairments, image recognitions. Because students with visual impairment, they can't see. It's not fair to show image to student in the class, but one student blind can't see. So we can use a platform like Seeing AI, okay, Google Lookout. So the AI platform will be able to interpret the image to these students. So this idea will make the class more inclusive. Yeah, blind students also understand that pictures. Okay, what happened in the video? The AI will explain to student. This is very popular. Be My Eyes, also AI. Blind AI will be able to direct blind student, blind people when walking. Okay, using AI. Braille is also one of the most popular thing today. Braille. A Braille translator online. Text today can be automatically translated into Braille. Many texts today using AI. Student just, for example, just use the conventional text and then can understand that text immediately into Braille. So this is very inclusive, the use of AI. Also for deaf student that can't hear, that's also very important, speech to text. Because students with hard of hearing, they can't understand, they only can read the text. So for example, I'm talking today, there is a special needs student in this forum who will not be able to understand my talk, and my talk will directly translate it into text. If we use Teams, because we use Zoom, I'm not sure about Zoom. If we use Teams, we can click my voice directly translated into text. So deaf students will be able to read the text immediately on the chat, automatically translated my voice into the text. So that's also AI. AI today also use avatars. I think AI will take over this job in the future. Sign language people will be replaced by avatars, by AI. So the sign language by avatars. If I speak today, if I speak here, I'm speaking here, I can put letter avatars here, and avatars will translate my language into the sign language. Okay, I don't need other people to stand behind me to talk to make a sign language. Avatars can do that. So that's the benefit of AI in education. A very important thing in education before I end my presentation is human is still the first in educations. Technology is second. I'm from technology education, but technology is not everything in education. Technology is just as just a co-pilot to support our learning. I think that's my presentation today in 25 minutes. If there is any questions, and I'm happy to take. any question and discussions and learning from you there. And for your information, Australia is very sensitive about technology. It's not just sharing my personal experience. When I was in Hong Kong, I do research a lot about technology. Moved to Malaysia, also do research a lot about technology. When moving to Australia, Australia is a little bit sensitive about technology. It's not so ambitious like country in Asia. Australia just yesterday banned social media for students under 16 years old. And people in Australia, especially in education, very much focus on outdoor learning because playing outdoor, non-technology. So especially when we do research about technology, we need to also think about cognitive well-being, digital well-being, student well-being, not too much focus on technology. That's the culture of education in Australia. Well, that's my sharing for today. And thank you. Back to Miss Sri. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Zamzami, for your very insightful presentation. But Dr. Zamzami, the Q&A session will be after Dr. Hutkam's presentation. Is it okay for you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you very much. And I'm sure that some participants have their question to know more about your work, or maybe to know more about AI. And thank you very much, because your presentation really motivates us to know more, to learn more about AI. So we can be a lecturer, we can be teacher who will never be replaced by technology, or we will never be replaced by other teacher who know more about technology. Okay, we will continue to the next presenter. I would like to invite Associate Professor Dr. Hutkamri Zulnaidi to deliver his presentation. It's about instructional technology in the era of AI. Dr. Hutkamri?
Yeah.
Okay, same. It's the same, 30 minutes. The
All
time
right.
is yours.
Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning.
Good morning. So thank you so much for today to have me for this conference. So before I'm starting, let I share my screen first, yeah? All right. Okay, so this is quite interesting. I think after I'm also looking at the Dr. Zam Zamani. Hi, Dr. Zam, long time no see you. So based on this conference that I can see you and communicate, yeah. We just let people like this. So I think it's a long time, 2 years not to see Dr. Zam. So I'm really happy. Okay, so let's continue to my title today is about instructional technology in era of artificial intelligence. So quite similar actually the topic with Dr. Zam, but I have more to focus on how to implement it in the teaching and learning process. All right, so my name is Hutkamri Zulnaidi. I'm from Faculty of Education, University Malaya. All right, so let me introduce a little bit part of me about AI. So currently that we can see some of AI implemented also in the not only in education area, but sometimes in also they implemented in also industry. So about the AI right now, so we looking on that history of AI. So I think this that since 1915 around that John McCarthy already introduced about the AI. So that we can see that the history of AI right now that we can see about the computers, about the some of apps, some of the software. So now currently that we know that we mentioned the call as artificial intelligence. So when we are talking about the AI, so I think there's some of we have the pro and cons about that. Yeah. So let me focus on why we use AI first, right? So what the advantage of AI, especially in education aspect, that can be someone who use AI, they can be learned, they can use the experience to use the AI. So, for example, the AI can be help the teachers or the student to maybe for a teacher first that they help the teachers to develop their for example about the lesson plans, to help about the to prepare the materials, and also maybe they have the sum of tasks, or maybe they can develop the sum of innovation, teaching innovation to deliver to the students. So that part is we call as this experience is need the creativity of teachers also. Let's say at the terms I'm using that as an innovation, so means that the teachers is to be had their experience before when they are using AI, especially when they are have the interest to using technology. But now we can't see that AI is the main of the in the teaching process. It's not like that. So it AI is how we call as a tools. They can help the teachers to deliver the information. Yeah. So the other is the why we using SI in education to we AI to enhance efficiency for teachers. For example, they have the some of the assessment for the but for the students, yeah, maybe they have the tasks, the activities. They can use AI, make it the student is more involved, more engaged in the classroom. And what the advantage of AI when we implement in the classroom? So AI also have a combine all the big data especially. So when we have the sum of data to introduce to our student, we can use it to deliver to our student and show to our student. And also sometimes we need to do the analysis process from the student achievement, for example, or maybe the others performance of the student we need to evaluate. Then by AI they can we use it in the classroom, right? And that is why we're using AI as a sometimes that this is the main part actually. Usually right now the student love to use AI because of the real-time feedback and assessments. So this is the sum that I think that I need to introduce first about the what is the advantage and what the weakness when we use AI. If let's say we have the real-time feedback and assessment. So currently, let us focus for the positive one first. For the real-time feedback, for example, for among of the teachers first, sometimes when we using AI, when develop the items or we develop the question to measure the students' achievement, or maybe to measure the student performance, then can be referred to AI to get a more suggestion about the item or about the what we need to measure, yeah, about the topics. So they can be related to our topics. Then the weakness, if let's say the creativity. So if let's say the teachers is more focused to using AI, so it means that sometimes the teachers' creativity with their own ability to develop the question, it can be reduced, yeah, because of they much more to focus on to using AI. Right. So, and how about the student? So currently, they say we have so much issue, especially in academic. Some of the students refer to AI when they are find the answers when they get when they have a question from the lecture or teacher, then they find the advanced answer from AI. So this thing that means I mean the some of the weakness, and also that we worry in academic aspect right now. The issue is that some of the students, especially in higher education, they refer to AI when they are develop their proposal or their research, when they focus on, for example, for their thesis or dissertation. So means that the part of and also have the integrity issue with that we focus more to using AI to introduce in education area. But let we go for the when we're using AI, we also looking at the ethics when we're using AI in the academic process, right? And just now also we listen from the Dr. Zam about the inclusive education. So I mean AI not only can focus with that yeah, there's no more like situation like us regularly in the classroom, but the AI also can use with someone who has any for example, for special needs, right? So then they can implement the AI because of AI, they're easy to use it. Yeah, actually. So many of company they produce with the new AI, then try to implement it in classroom process. So we're talking about that the user first. So sometimes the user thought that they have no experience when they are using technology. When they are study in a school, they want to study in the at the university level, they have no experience when you are using technology. But now AI is part of the technology. But when we interested to using AI in the classroom, so means that we at least we have the ability and also interested to using AI, right? So if let's say the user don't have any experience to using technology, learn technology before they are study at the university or school levels. So when you are using AI, actually some of the AI right now produced, we can learn by ourselves to practices using AI. So that's why some of the AI produced right now is more easy to use. They are more easy to use when they have the at least the interest to using technology first, right? So don't worry if let's say some of us that we lack of the ability to using technology. All right. So that continue for the challenge and concerns. All right. So when we're talking about the AI, that I know that some of challenges, some of issues and concerns to be highlighted. Yeah. For example, the first is that we need to focus on ethical issues. Just now I mentioned about the some of our students that are referred to the AI when they want to find the answers from the task given by the lecturer or teachers. So this is the ethical issue, part of one of the example. So for me, as teachers, as lecturers, in when we proceed with the implement AI in the classroom process, so we need to aware about this issue, right? So for the first is we need to control our students that we can't say that you can't refer to AI 100% because of sometimes AI can be help our student to get more information, more about topics. Yeah, they want to learn about themselves and anywhere. So, but when they are focused on to answers the question from the teachers or lecturers, so we can limit them to use AI. For example, we need to mention to them that we have some other software to check the similarity or to check that where they are get the information. So especially right now, also we produce some of the AI currently, also the company release to check where the information came from. If let's say the student get it from the other sources, or maybe they get it from the AI, so we can detect actually. So this is part for as educators, we need to learn also how to use the others AI can detect the answers of our student, if get it from AI or not. All right. So this is the how we manage right now. Since in education in curriculum right now they're not too highlighted and specific about the AI implemented in the classroom, right? So the other challenge when we
NA-nya
using
3 menit,
AI
10
is
menit.
about the lack of digital skills, right? So when we
Nah,
just
kalau
now
ada
I
yang
highlighted about the digital skill also that one of the issue among of user, all right? Sometimes they feel like because of in maybe not to really interested to using technology, so means that sometimes we don't have any experience to use it. So that's why there's something that our skill also not can be improved because of we don't have any experience to practice, right? So for me, if let's say we have a lack of digital skills, so meanings that we need to experience and practice to use it. So because of without any experience and practices, so our skill also can be improved, right? So the other challenges when we focus on AI is about the over dependence on technology. So means that if let's say we can see that is it benefit of AI, so then we cannot say that everything we need to refer to AI. This is the quite of also funny for me as educators. Yeah, sometimes my students said that first I'm not too interested to talk to my friends because of when I talk to my friend where I ask question sometimes dedication I cannot get the answer is directly what I want. This is my student said to me. So then I said, what you want to do? Then my students said that there are more too easy to get the answers is from AI to discuss with AI. If let's say I have a question, then AI give me answers is much more make me satisfied with the answers. So sometimes this that something we can see that the effect of when using AI sometimes with our communication with the human also can be less than that because of let my students say at home when wants to start to sleep at the bed in the bathroom, so they said that they try to chat with AI and then communicate and then loud alone, sometimes speak alone without any human beside. So this thing that something can be negative side of our student, yeah. But overall is when I observe and also evaluate the amount of my students said that most they are using technology when they have to finish their assignments. This is the weakness, the challenges that we using more to over dependence on technology, right? So what the challenges, the other concerns to when we using AI is data privacy. Yeah, that's why some things that if let's say we produce something about ourselves, for example we come up with our profile in website in social media, so sometimes that the AI can detect the information of us. Then if let's say someone who asks about us using AI, then they I give easily to get the information and share our private data privacy to the others. So that's why there's something that from the beginning, our rector said that is AI get information if let's say we share our information in the internet in the website, and the thing that how to limit the secret information that not to no need to mention about yourself in on the privacy part, right? It's about your phone number, about your address, so you don't need to mention. All right, so let keep on secret, then AI also cannot detect. All right. So what the challenges also are others is about the cost and accessibility. Yeah, right now is we can see that so price of AI also some is very advanced, so some of cheaper. But that one is when we using the implemented AI in the classroom, so we need to take a note of this about the cost and accessibility there, because of sometimes currently some of the AI may be not really popular in Malaysia but popular in others country or maybe popular in Indonesia. So that's one is something that when we will try to learn about that we do first and then do our practices. Yeah, so I think it's quite easy actually when let me go for the simple things, simple AI when we try to implement in our classroom process. All right. So next is about what is for the route ahead. So the next, if let's say we know currently about the issue of FI, we know already about the advantage, we know already about the weakness. So this is for my suggestion that we should have like something to develop AI ready curriculum. Right. So now we not only I think is the in Malaysia, I think it's all for all the country in the world we need to prepare about to develop AI is with a ready curriculum. Yeah, and also if let's say we want to practice AI in the classroom process, so at least the teachers or the lecturers should have their experience using. That means that suggested to encourage the teachers training in AI literacy. So means that AI can let we have a training among our teachers or lecturers how to use AI. So especially this one AI more to focus on to support ours in the process of our teaching in the classroom, right? And also need to create the policies for ethical AI adoption. So this one is something that currently among of our teachers, especially us, yeah, as educators. So sometimes we had any issues for to implement our AI. The issue is how to control our students. Yeah, the issue is how to control our student to using AI when they have assignment, when they have the final year project, for example. So this means that this solution is right now that we should create our policy to ethical to using AI adoption, and also we stand by with the others AI to support us to detect our student answers. Is it get it from AI or not? Actually, currently they can be detect some of AI can detect for that, then can produce with the percentage of AI referred by our student, right? And also, this is my suggestion. If let's say we want to using AI in classrooms, so please we do for collaboration also with others. Sometimes among of teachers, so we have sometimes educators we sometimes a lack of ability. If let's say we have a friend in the same school or different universities, that we can discuss with them and collaborate to how we increase our ability and skill to using AI. And also AI can promote interdisciplinary learning, so means that when we implement AI, so not only AI in education area, so AI can be in medical, can in engineering aspect, in kind of in part of sport, yeah. So they can be promote also AI in interdisciplinary learning. So means that if let's say we want to, they can be actually AI can produce already to provide to interdiscipline, yeah, aspect can be used. This is some of example actually, yeah. So this is an example for AI. So currently, I know that some of participants today they know already about the Chat GPT, right? This is the I think the previous when I produce some of the countries, some of the users they quite familiar if let's say we mentioned about Chat GPT. So this is the one of the AI can be asked the some of the question our maybe want to find the some of the information, and then they can give us advanced answers, right? And especially mine in my classroom, especially I'm using AI when I'm introducing some of mathematics topics. Yeah. So some of mathematics topics, I'm using AI. The purpose is to make it my student is more interested in mathematics and especially more understand the topics about. So that's why I'm using also AI right now. I'm using for can be using symbol light, but some of the I'm using for the others AI right now in mathematics areas. Huxley is part of the can check our student similarity when they are using AI. So actually, one of AI can detect our student similarity if let's say they get their answers from AI. So this one is the others alternative right now when I'm using AI in the classroom. When I check the student where they are get it from the answers, then I just copy the answers of my student to Huxley AI. Then Huxley give me the percentage similarity. The answers is from AI. Eh? And Photomath is also part of the AI in mathematics. Then I had experience to using also, but we need to have a camera to using the Photomath. And Julius also one of the AI can produce can come up with that literature review process. So in university level, for example, we have academic writing, especially in process for project paper or thesis, yeah, for master level or PhD level, and also for undergrad student, they have the final year project. So they send sometimes something like when we want to do for literature review, sometimes the student has difficult to summarize the article from the sources that they get it. Then actually Julie used one of the support AI can solve the issue how to create the literature review, especially in systematic review from the some of article related. So this is the experience of me when I using AI in the classroom process. So I will share about that about the Telegram bot here because of in my experience in the classroom, I'm produced with some of innovation product, which is the this is not only by me to produce it, but I'm collaborate with my student and also my student assignment. So we come out every semester with the innovation product. Now currently we focus on to implement AI to involve to the innovation product. That's why it's a little bit simple as a simple of product when we involve Telegram and some of the AI tools when we combine together. This is look like chatbot. Yeah, chatbot. So, but the main platform is Telegram. So we put it as some of the button there. Then we the student can be use it that Telegram bot when they install Telegram and we provide these apps. Then the student can study about the topics on mathematics. Yeah, they can use the press the button and then continue to add this button. Then we provide about the note, videos, about the quiz, yeah, about the file or the document. We already put it under Telegram. Then when the student using in the at home, for example, then they can learn to have the quiz, to have the sum of materials, to have the sum of videos about the topics we already provide in the Telegram bot. So this is one of the innovation product we made is because they're combined by Telegram and also the others AI, and the student can learn with themselves at home. Actually, this one is already we provided this for the student and also had the validity process, expert validation. Then almost all the expert agrees with the product we developed that we call as a Telegram bot. Now, but today I'm just share about the information about the example of the innovation product when we involve AI also, then we produce with the Telegram bot. All right. So for me, as educators, we need to make our students like fun in our classroom. Especially now we should involve in characteristic new curriculum, especially in Indonesia. So we focus on the joyful learning also. So one of the joyful learning we can do for something fun with that our AI, now produce with AI and make it our class is more active, more happy and fun. Then at the same time that our student understand about they clear about the topics what we want to transfer to them. Right. So this is something that I can share today about this session. So thank you so much for the attention, and let me send back to our moderator. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Hutcambry, for your interesting presentation and also for your beautiful slides. That's very beautiful, I think. Okay, actually, we still have 5 minutes left, but we can use it also for the Q&A session. So we will have 10 to 15 minutes for Q&A session. Here, to all participants, you can raise your hand to ask question live, or you can also type your question in the chat box for Dr. Zamzami and also for Dr. Hutcambry. Please, anyone want to ask question, please pin Dr. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's like reuni ya untuk Dr. Hood Camry dan Dr. Samsami.
Yeah.
So, okay, reuni in Indonesia. Okay, is there anyone want to ask question live? Okay, maybe we can go to the chat box first. There is one question from Ibu Susi to Dr. Samsami. What would you think about Indonesia's readiness for Education 5.0? Are we ready enough for that? As it is reported that around 60% of Indonesian teachers are less proficient in technology. And this 60% has two extremely different streams, contradiction, those who allow students to use AI freely without boundaries, and those who totally forbid students to use AI. Maybe you can respond it first, Dr. Samsami.
Well, thank you. So Society 5.0 initiated by Japan. So if we look at Japan, they already have drone, for example, for delivery the food. They don't use Gojek, Grab. They are very much ready for this. For other countries, I think, not just Indonesia, partially ready, not 100% ready for this. But for Indonesia, I think it's a really good, really strong opportunity because Indonesia is one of the fastest growing digital economies in Asia, in ASEAN. We have so many digital platforms in Southeast Asia like Gojek, Tokopedia, OVO, so many things. I think that's really good foundation opportunity. But we have really big challenge in Indonesia, especially digital gap, digital infrastructure gap. We understand that the connectivity in Indonesia, digital infrastructure is unequal, not equal between Java, for example, and East Indonesia. It's very, very, very big, the gap. So that's the first problems. Another problem is also about digital literacy. Yes, the problem of digital literacy, lack of digital literacy, not only teachers, but also in the community, people in general. Accessing social media, yes, Indonesia is one of the biggest social media users, number 4 in the world. More than 200,000 million people use social media. But in terms of digital literacy, we are still very lack of digital literacy. Looking at the comment from people on social media, that's one of the indicator to see how lack of digital literacy, not just Indonesian, all people in developing countries. Also, I think beside developing digital literacy, it's not just the problem with us, with people, but also governments. It's also the problem with governments. That's also become the issue that we need to solve. Bureaucracy in developing country is very problematic. Innovation comes first, bureaucracy comes the seconds. Bureaucracy should be the first to support the innovations, but in developing countries, no. Bureaucracy is very problematic. Also, the problem with the country like Indonesia is that data security, privacy, that's very important. Okay. I just realized that many years ago that we have a problem with data privacy in Indonesia. So this is also the government's homework, need to make a strong regulation with technology to support the industry. Also about data privacy regulation of data privacy of Indonesian society. That's very important. I think need to work together, not just teachers, but also the seriousness of the governments to support the digital literacy. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Samsami. Yes, actually, that's a strong opportunity, but we have to consider the challenge, to face the challenge. And Ibu Susi, is there any follow-up question? Okay, thank you from Ibu Susi. Thank you, Dr. Samsami. And here we have Dr. Agam and Dr. Noval. Maybe Dr. Agam first.
Okay, thank you, Ibu Sri. Assalamualaikum, Dr. Hood Camry.
Waalaikumsalam.
Yeah, I'm the one who contacted you through email.
Yeah.
Apa kabar,
Terima kasih.
dokter?
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Sehat.
Okay, my question to you, dokter. As I listening the presentation from Dr. Zamzami and Dr. Hood Camry,
I can conclude that Dr. Hood Camry is apparently part of Society 5.0 that position AI as co-pilot. As you described, Dr. Hood Camry, you use AI on your day-to-day practice as a lecturer. So my question is, to what extent AI can be used in teaching and learning, especially in the context of higher education, to maximize the benefit and minimize the negative side effect of AI? How we should harness the AI in the right way?
All right.
Okay, thank you,
Okay.
Dr. Agam. Maybe Dr. Hukemti can directly respond Dr. Agam question,
Yeah.
please.
All right. Thank you for the question. So, all right. So for me, in my experience, I implemented actually AI in almost currently because of AI already introduced in a higher level education also. So we especially implement it in classroom. Actually, for example, right now, AI, for example, I implemented AI when we focus on to solve the student issues about the mathematical topics content. For example, my student is for bachelor degree and master, so level. So then the student try to solve the mathematic issue at the school. So we create the issues is based on that literature review because of some, if let's say bachelor degree, they don't have any experience at school. So we refer the some of article related. So that based on that issue highlighted by the some of the articles, so we come up with innovation product to implement the technology. Then we involve AI to combine the technology to solve the issue. Yeah. So the benefit is here when we implemented the students for the AI. So the one is for first is for the experience because of soon they are to be as educators, yeah, especially teachers. Then when they have experience when they are using technology and AI in the university level, they come to the school. For example, about the practical at school for one semester, for example, right? So I think it's in education, faculty of education, we send our student to the school for their experience. Then what is something they get it from in the school, then they deliver to the student when they have the practical at school. So based on their experience, before I try to have the observation to my student, that they come to see me that said, thanks prof, thanks doctor, because of in you you share to us about the technology about AI, then we implemented at school, then make it our class is more active and interactive. My observation with and share to my student about when they had the ability, the skill to using technology and AI. Then I know that this is the part of the something the benefit when we learn when using AI in the classroom. But there's something that also we found that the weakness and yeah, especially in the classroom. So the weakness is if let's say they know much to using AI. So actually our student also they have their creativity where then they know about the how we try to modify the AI result to be something cannot be detected. Yeah. So because of they try to find the other thing that can be the other AI cannot detect the what they get the answers. So for example, they try to modify the sentences. They try to modify the answers. It look like the humanize the sentence, right? So this is the something that when we try to detect from the student answers when if they say they are using AI or not. Sometimes the similarity is very minimum results. It's less than 10%. But actually the structures we know that especially the language they are used in written, right? So mine especially I had so many times to using AI. Then sometimes when we refer only the screening by eyes, also I can detect that one is from AI because of we know already how the way AI come out with the result, right? So this is the sometimes we the one is we need the experience actually when we are looking on that student results. Then when the first we can see the screen by eye so that we can find that, oh, okay, this is the sentence how AI actually to come up with the sentence. But they based on their creativity, they also smart. Our student also smart. But sometimes there are creativity also out of our box also. So they have so much time to explore the others technology and AI. That's why sometimes we can detect. Yeah. So that's why there's something that what I do it in my classroom is because of the assignment is more, if let's say focus on that written and the report. So sometimes I'm request them to present it. So means that they need to use their own ideas presentation to present it without any report. Yeah, because no, not looking the report in the paper, but I'm looking the presentation in the classroom. So this is how the way. If let's say the numbers of students too much, then I request them to have the self record themselves because of and if they say they are present in the classroom, I think we spend a lot of time to waiting. So I just request them to submit the video, just a short video about the 10 to 15 minutes, and then I do for the review that video after the classroom. So not in the classroom to check the videos. This one, the how to reduce the weakness. Then some first is for more for currently that we only have the some of the techno apps or software to check the similarity of answers of the student in when they are get it from the AI. Yeah. So just manage to our student, but for me is the purpose is to have our student experience. Yeah, because of the technology, they still can support their teaching classroom soon. That's my purpose. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Dr. Hutkempri. And we still have one who raised hand, Miss Dr. Novel.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, Dr. Hutkamri, Dr. Zamzami.
Waalaikumsalam.
Semoga sehat selalu.
Amin.
Dr. Zamzami, Dr. Hutkamri, I really like for your presentation, both of you, one of these that are really concerned regarding to the personalized learning and cognitive load. The issue of cognitive load had been raised by Dr. Zamzami previously regarding on how AI can reduce cognitive load. It's quite interesting because cognitive load is kind of a big problem regarding for those students who like to acquire knowledge, right? Once they got the acquired knowledge, they got the cognitive load and all gone. So Dr. Zamzami, would you like enlighten us regarding about your experience, or probably do you have any kind of experience such as learning media that is integrated by AI that can be used to lessen the cognitive load from the students? Because we're actually AI provide us with many informations, which actually is when once it's appeared in one time become cognitive load. So the problem is that students really difficult on how they can spirit which information that is important for them. Okay, so I hope you can enlighten us regarding your experience related that. So and also Dr. Hood Kemri, personalized learning issues also is really my concern regarding the use of AI. As we know that at the moment it's quite shifting, right? AI from helping people to be avoided to be detected. I mean, people really for the students trying to avoid to be detected by AI. Though we should live it side by side. I mean, in our classroom, we should use AI. I mean, the students should use AI so that we can teach them on how to use AI wisely. So if they, instead of using AI properly, they prefer to make it to be undetected. So that quite shifting the point of AI. That first. The second is that the point of personalized learning of using AI is there are some issues regarding the personalized learning. First is about the students' validation skill. Where actually if they want to use personalized learning, to use AI as their personalized learning, it's quite a problem about their validation skill. We teachers should teach them on how to validate the information. But the problem, how they can validate the information while they have to do personalized learning first. Second is about the self-regulated learning. Self-regulated learning is quite issue as well. Since validation skill is a problem, then self-regulated learning become the problems. And also, what else? Lastly is about the learning trajectory. There are some issue from the homeschooling students. That some teachers in the homeschooling students are giving the AI for them to help to replace the teachers to help them study by themselves. But the problem is that they don't know what to do. The learning trajectory is lost due to COVID-19, since the skill was gone because of the pandemic. So would you mind to enlighten us about those issues? Thank you so much.
All right.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Noval. Please maybe Dr. Zamzami first to respond to the question.
Thank you for the question. Hi, Dr. Noval. How are you?
Very
Been a
good,
long time
Doctor.
not see you. Dr. Noval is one of the best alumni from University Malaya, and I was one of the examiners of Dr. Noval's research on TPEC, and Dr. Noval was also so good on technology research and pedagogy. Talking about technology, talking about cognitive load in reducing, in managing student learning, actually, first we need to be very careful with cognitive load. Do not put too much student to make everything easy. That's not good, because too much making everything easy, that can make cognitive laziness, or can reduce cognitive resilience. It's similar like our body, our physical activity. You just go 10 meters and drive your motorbike. That's not good for your physical activity. We need to walk, to train our body to make strong. Our brain also need to train, to be trained to be strong. Not everything can make it easier. We need to control. One of the best strategy, I think, scaffolding strategy. And I think you can do this research and also invite me and Dr. Hood as a collaborator. You can do research. You can do research for this, doing a scaffolding strategy. Yeah, not asking students to do this, but from teachers. We as a teachers, we need to train them how to reduce, how to limit, until when you can make the content easier. Okay, and then step by step scaffolding strategy, step by step reduce the support from teachers, and students can work independently. We cannot ask students just simplify the content, make it easier for you to learn. No, we can't do that. Student will make them lazy to learn, will make their brain weak, not strong. Just train them step by step. Okay, and then reduce our support until they understand how to simplify the content appropriately, not just making everything easy to learn. That's not good. I think that's my question. You can do research on scaffolding strategy on managing cognitive load. Invite me and Dr. Hood as a collaborator. Yeah, that's really good opportunity, very original research in the era of AI today, managing cognitive load.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Zamzami. I'm sure that Dr. Noval has been very ready to make the proposal for international collaboration research. And next, we go to Dr. Hood-Kemry. Please, Dr. Hood-Kemry.
All right, thank you. Yeah, this is Orinian, yeah? Is it quite, it's Orinian also among Dr. Zam, Dr. Naufal, and me. So, okay, so thank you for the question, Dr. Naufal. So I think it's that you highlighted about the AI detected validation skills, self-regulated learning and learning trajectory. So this term that you highlighted just now to mention about yeah, this one is about the personalized issues, right? About the personal learning when you are using AI. Actually, one of the this is my answer is this: the what it can be covered for all this thing is because of we just now we are too focused on AI, all right? So because of too independent, just now I mentioned about the too dependence to using technology, yeah, the dependence. So means that we don't forget that in the classroom process, we have a teachers, right? So teachers can be can as part of to control the classroom, to control our student, how they are learn by using personalized when using AI. Because on the in the part of the student, for example, we mentioned about the personalized learning when you're using AI, for example. But when they learn something, they get information first from the teachers, right? We don't forget that we have the mains here, which is the one is teachers, right? Teachers need to control the student when they learn using AI also, right? So how to control it? That they are learn about the using AI, so means that we need to provide them something of maybe related to a document of books or files that they can be referred to AI also to make a summary. For example, don't let them do themselves. Let them do themselves if they say they want to explore themselves to using AI. But how about the content? It should be come from the teachers, right? It's not from them to, it can be to abroad the information they can be received from the student. That we also need to guide them how to using AI also. For example, if let's say we in the topic in this classroom, we especially in mathematics, we have the angle, triangle, for example, that we need to provide them the some of the reference to support them to learn about the topic. We provide the sum of document, then can attach the document to AI, then learn to using AI. Right? Then the AI can help them make it a summary of the topic is more focused on that angle or triangle. So that is something that can be I'm talking about that about the personal issue just now Dr. Anafal want to highlight, right? Then they said that how to validate. This is the self-validate is only refer to the AI to validate it can be fixed that one is correct or not, right? Again, that when the student actually for the beginning, that when they are validate the answers is from the AI, right? So means that as a teachers in the classroom, we need to discuss back the topics. So don't forget that. It's been they mentioned there's all these things in the terms that you highlighted just now, right? About the validation, self-regulating learning trajectory. Is the main it come back to teachers actually, right? Because of don't too dependence to the AI, all right? So the teachers need to control, yeah, about the our student self-regulating learning also, all right? So we can see that how they are have the for example in the classroom we can observe them, then we can looking on the changes, yeah, so the improvement, so we can see that based on our observation in the classroom also. All right. So it means that here, when we using AI, for example, in my experience, when I'm using AI, so I'm not let them for my student to do themselves, right? Because of they say I just now that I mentioned because of our student is sometimes they're thinking about the some things AI is about off of the box because of we teach them, we share to them based on our experience. But they maybe have much more time to learn to explore the AI. Then something that they send back all the information they are experience in the classroom. That's why that sometimes I provide them like share your experience and come out with something new to solve the mathematical issue in the classroom. So they can see that we can see that how far they are come up with that the knowledge, come up with the ideas, come up with the justification, and they share their experience to using AI in the classroom. All right. So this thing that for me, if let's say to final conclusion of this is come back to our teachers in this classroom. Don't let them to do themselves. Then they can be abroad. Their knowledge is not focused to the topics about. Yeah. So this is the thing. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hutkamri, Dr. Jamjami. Exactly for getting about the research collaboration. Sure, inshallah we make it up. Thank you so much, Dr. Jamjami, Dr. Hutkamri.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Noval. Actually, we still have two question more in the chat box. It's from Ibu Sri Katoningsi and Ibu Santi. But due to the time limitation, we have to end this session. And thank you very much to Dr. Hutcambry and Dr. Zamzami. We are delightful to have both of you today with us here. And today, let's give applause first to our distinguished speakers. And thank you very much. And today we have learned that AI can make teaching easier, more personalized, and more inclusive, but also bring important challenges that we have to consider. And we have also several many important and meaningful quotes, and one of them is, teacher will never be replaced by AI or technology, but teacher will be replaced by teacher who understand AI or technology. So we have to learn more and always be a person who being a friend with technology. Okay, thank you very much. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to the next session. So we hope you all enjoy the rest of the ICOLAE 2025 session. Thank you. And once again, thank you very much to our two distinguished speakers, Dr. Zamzami Zainuddin and Associate Professor Dr. Hutcambry Sulnaidi. And also thank you very much for all participants for your participation, and give applause to all of us, please. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And I now return the floor to our MC, Mbak Hanum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Very well, thank you very much to our speakers, Dr. Zamzami Zainuddin and also Dr. Hutcambry for the insightful speech, and also for Mrs. Sri Rezeki for guiding our session. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we will move to the next session, which will be delivered by Mr. John Wantara PhD from Universitas Muhammadiyah Surakarta, and also Mrs. Ratna Yunita Setiani Subarjo PhD Psychologist from Universitas Aisyah Yogyakarta, BKKPI, PCIM, PCIA, Malaysia. A very good morning to Mr. John Wantara and Mrs. Ratna.
Good morning.
This session will be guided by Ms. Yulia Mawadah, SPD. Before we begin, allow me to share a brief profile of our moderator. Ms. Yulia Mawadah, SPD, is an experienced academic administrator, currently serving as the head of General Administration at the Faculty of Health Sciences, Universitas Muhammadiyah Tasikmalaya. She previously held roles as academic administrative staff at fkipums and as head of human resources at UNTAS, demonstrating a strong track record in organizational coordination, leadership, and academic support services. Ms. Julia holds a bachelor degree in English education and is currently pursuing a Master of Public Administration. She is widely recognized for her expertise as a Master of Ceremonies and moderator across various university events, bringing excellent communication, poise, and session management skills. Her professional background is completed by strong English proficiency, leadership capabilities, and experience assisting senior faculty in academic and institutional activities. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Ms. Yulia Mawadah, SPD.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Hanum. Pardon me, is my voice clear?
Yeah, all is clear.
Okay, thank you. First of all, I will... Hello, good morning, Mr. Jan Wantoro and also Mrs. Ratna. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Is my voice clear?
Yes, I can hear your voice. Oke, Sugeng Enjing, Bapak, Ibu. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi syurahli sadri wa yasirli amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. All praises be to Allah, Lord of the world, the beneficent and the merciful. Salawat and salam to our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Peace be upon him. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Honorable Rector of Universitas Muhammadiyah Surakarta, respectable Dean Faculty of Teachers Training and Education Universitas Muhammadiyah Surakarta, PCIM Malaysia, and Dean Faculty of Teachers Training and Education, Universitas Muhammadiyah Tasikmalaya, distinguished guests, respected speakers, researchers, educators, students, and participants from all around the world. Welcome to the next second and third invited speakers of the International Conference on Learning and Advanced Education, ICOLAE, by the theme AI and Technology Developments, bringing learning and education towards the next level. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor for me to serve as your moderator for the second and third invited speaker for today's prestigious event. Okay, let me introduce our next speaker. For the second invited speaker is Mr. Jan Wantoro, PhD. Yes, let me read a brief biography of Mr. Jan Wantoro, PhD. Mr. Jan Wantoro, PhD, is a lecturer and researcher at Universitas Muhammadiyah Surakarta, serving as an assistant professor in the Informatic Engineering program. He completed his PhD from Kanazawa University, Japan, specializing in education and instructional technology. He also had a master's degree in engineering and bachelor's degree in related technical fields. He also leads the Infrastructure and Information Security Division, contributing to the university's digital governance and technology development. His scholarly work focuses on digital personalization, information security, computational thinking, and technology-enhanced learning. Good morning, Mr. Jan Wantoro. And the next is a brief biography of Mrs. Ratna Yunita Setiani Subarjo. Please, the committee. The next biography. Yeah. Mrs. Ratna Yunita Setiani Subarjo, PhD psychologist. She is a lecturer, psychologist, and researcher with more than 9 years of academic experience at Universitas Aisyah Yogyakarta and extensive professional involvement in Malaysia. She completed her PhD in clinical psychology at the National University of Malaysia, or UKM, where she also served in several academic and leadership roles supporting student development and intellectual initiatives. With more than 10 years of clinical practice, she has contributed to specialized psychological services, including human trafficking support programs in collaboration with embassies and international institutions. She is actively engaged in community and organizational work through PCIA Malaysia and PCIM Malaysia, holding positions such as psychologist, division leader, and advisor in various strategic programs. Her research, publications, and outreach activities focus on mental health, positive psychology, AI, and mental health issues and community-based interventions, complemented by her roles as a certified trainer, speaker, and award-winning contributor to women and family empowerment. Additionally, she serves as a reviewer for several Scopus and WUS Index national and international journals, including BMC Psychiatry Plus One, BMC Psychology, Australian Journal of Psychology, the Journal of Sex Research, and others. She has also received an award from UKM Malaysia as a student ambassador representing UKM and raising awareness on mental health for students. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, those are a brief biography of our speakers today. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a panel discussion, and the rule is every speaker have 30 minutes to present the presentation. Ma'am, sir, you have only 30 minutes to present the presentation, and after that, we will have 10 minutes for question and answer session after all of you present the presentation. Are you ready, Mr. John Wantoro?
Yeah, I'm ready. Sure.
Our beloved ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving warm welcome to Mr. Jan Wantoro, PhD, from Universitas Muhammadiyah Surakarta, will present with the theme AI as a copilot, redefining STEAM education in the digital era. The floor is yours, Mick.
Thank you, Miss Julia Mawarda. Good morning, everyone. Distinguished academic and guys, and good morning, Miss Ratna Yunita. And Dr. Zainuddin, Dr. Zulnaidi is still here. Thank you so much for your presentation. I think my topic is still tied with Dr. Zainuddin and Dr. Zulnaidi topic. For
Masa nih jero Kak.
ICOLAE 2027, my topic is AI as a co-pilot, redefining mathematics and STEAM education in the digital era. And excuse me to share my presentation. Which one? Okay, this is my topic. It's still tied with Mr. Zainuddin and Zunaidi topics, but maybe in my presentation may focus in the some note or challenge in opportunity for educator and researcher in Indonesia and Malaysia or in regional ASEAN. And so let's start. Okay, maybe the first context is that we are witnessing a massive global transformation driven by the fourth industrial revolution or 4IR. Uh, the educational paradox, the world is undergoing a massive transformation due to the fourth industrial. Like, you know that today's class that maybe Mr. Junaidi also mentioned about the situation in the class, the artificial intelligence is the dominant force reshaping how we teach and learn and live. And the critical challenge we face in the inherent failure of the one size fits all education model. The model can cope with the wide diversity in student learning needs, space, and background, ultimately leading to widening achievement gap. And our strategic solution mostly we know about the personalized learning and then the adaptive learning or EL. You know that all systems have already demonstrated impressive results, and with some student achieving about 62% increase in test scores due to personalized content diversity. And maybe this also explained by Mr. Zainuddin and Hutkeme regionally about this core problem. So I tried to uh, view on another perspective. uh, it's about Indonesian momentum, policy, and talent. Indonesia recognized that success in the new era highs on proactive policy and the talent development. Our national strategy commitment in encouraged by the several KPIs. Um, for example, for policy pillars in 2024 and 2025, government released the Permendikbud number 30 2025 introduce coding AI as optional K-12 subject focused on computational thinking. Is it revolutionary? And the second, simultaneously, the Ministry of Communication and Digital or ComDT is accelerating the workforce through the Digital Talent Scholarship Program. They are offering thousands of slots specifically for upscaling their year of the university industrial gap. And the third, this is all aligned with the national AI strategy. We call it Stranaski A, which identify education as a priority sector through 2045. This is the situation in Indonesia and strategic national alignment that how we develop the artificial intelligence. Sorry. For this momentum in situation in Indonesia, this national momentum is supported by significant capital. Indonesia need 12 million digital talent by 2030. And they're leaving 500,000 talent per year. So industrial also is stepping up. For example, in Microsoft Indonesia, commitment 1.7 billion dollars to AI. That's scaling in April in 2024. And this is not just happening in Jakarta or Silicon Valley. It's happening right here in Surakarta. In just a few kilometers from UMS or Universitas Muhammadiyah Surakarta at Solo Techno Park. Indosat Ooredoo Hudson and Nvidia, the world leading AI chip company, are establishing an Indonesian AI nation with reported investment about 200 million. So this is near Solo, Surakarta, and this is in Solo on Surakarta, not only in Jakarta. However, the reality of implementation must confront with the digital dive. While internet penetration stand at 79.5%, staging 7 million Indonesian residents remain unconnected. You can see the data here. I take it from index from Komdikti, based on the kabupaten and kota in Indonesia. we have 57 million Indonesia resident remain unconnected, mostly in East Indonesia, and foundational infrastructure like consistent electricity, computer ownership, and stable internet access is major impediment to implement coding AI in school. This is the situation. So infrastructure equity is that's our most critical policy challenge in Indonesia. They have some empirical evidence for AI as quality equalization that maybe in part in the first session we also discuss about this topic, that AI as the quality equalization. The AI integration transform the teacher functions that we already discussed before. We conceptualize AI as cognitive copilot that scale the teacher expertise in real time. This model fundamentally shifts the teacher focus on training information to facilitating the high value interaction, right? The immediate benefit is efficiency, of course. AI copilots can save teacher 1 to 5 per week in administrative tasks and freely up valuable time for direct student engagement. I think this scenario we already agree because many researchers talk about this situation. The data prove that AI is powerful academic evaluation. Result from randomized control triad or RCTs confirm that AI provides the greatest margin benefit where it is need most. Overall, student gain 4% point when we 4% point in the topic of mastery. And then for most strikingly, that student low rank tutor, you can see here that so 9% point increase in mastery. For our focus on of STEAM, focus area of STEAM, specifically student with learning disability. This is for the mass learning disability. AI intervention show a very large effect. Size of D is 1.63 effect size. This is the exponentially higher than the effect size observed in the general population coming from a unipower to close entrance graph. So this is the empirical evidence. So in Indonesia, to ensure this powerful technology to reach the 57 million unconnected, Indonesia must adopt flexible implementation strategy for coding NKA that implement this year. We must implement a tight approach. The first one for level 1 is unplug coding. This is used in school without electricity or internet, focus on fundamental computational thinking logic through game and physical activity. This is the most inclusive strategy. And for the level 2, called plug coding, utilize school computer lab with offline software like Scratch Desktop, etc. This is enable basic technical skill without stable internet access. And the third level, internet-based coding for full resource school. This is allow interactive learning using platform like Google Teaching Machine and LMS system, etc. And maybe most of the teacher or educator talk about this level. Talk about this level, how to implement AI, how to use AI in class, etc. But when we compare to the situation in Indonesia, that we have kept 57 million are connected. So our implementation of AI have to adaptive, flexible, and tailored. For framework to competence and from framework for competency and accountability, the redefined teacher role no requires specialized component in three key area: the learning designer, and then the high value interactive facilitator, and the data ethic manager. This is this transition must be guided by the global standard by UNESCO AI competency, because without this standard, we cannot implement this, how we redefining this teacher role. This transition must be guided by the global standard set by UNESCO. Our UNESCO already make the standard for AI competency framework, or we call it EICFT. They also make some make 3 level for this standard. For first one is equity for basic literacy, and then second is deepen for practical integration and human accountability, and the last is create. This is AI enhanced transformation. This is the framework that we can use to implement AI based on the UNESCO AI CFT. Another critical challenge that we have to talk is mitigation cultural bias. Despite the power of AI, we must maintain critical awareness of its inherent bias. When technical report claim that learn LLM or large language model achieve human level performance, we must continue as the which human. When we call that, wow, AI is human, is like human, but some people continue to ask which human. You know that people in around the world is have different culture, have different educational background, etc. When we ask about Mr. AI like that, and the research shows that LLM such as GPT are psychologically altered compared to the global culture data area. You can see that this GPT is mostly perform most reliable people from or Western educated industrial rich and democratic society. You can see that GPT, for example, is in this area, and Indonesia and Malaysia is in this area. Indonesia, and then where's the Malaysia? Myanmar, Bangladesh is in this area. So this bias is quantifiable. There is a substantial inverse correlation that you can see the R is negative 0.7. It shows that between the population cultural distance from the high level where United States and the human GPT similarity. This means that the further cultural is from the West. The culture of GPT is from the West. So the GPT or AI mostly is not our culture, not our psychology, etc. This is the situation of the large language model as psychological outlier. And the next critical challenge is that the words in and without phenomenon is inherent because LLM or large language model training data is overwhelmingly word-based and English dominated. So not Indonesian, not Malaysian, etc. This has direct pedagogical implication. You can see that thinking style for LLM for analytic thinking or categorization of the holistic thinking contextual relationship common in West population. For for example, LLM perceive the average person based on the individual personal attributes and analytic uh, classic-based response. So for self-concept is so different with our culture and our psychology in Indonesia and Malaysia. For ethical risk, algorithm bias might reinforce historical discrimination against marginal group if deployed in diverse context without careful mitigation. So for cognitive and ethical risk, for our researcher and educator must note this data. And then for equity and accountability, the path forward, this is the recommendation. So policy mandate on infrastructure, we have to address the 7 million unconnected and prioritize low bandwidth AI tools designed to ensure equitable access. And for time reallocation policy, uh, formally protect the 1 to 5 hours saved by AI. So yeah, maybe Miss Yunidin also mentioned about the kind of AI that we can use and our educator can use to save the hour to prepare our material, etc. And for human oversight, maintain human agency. So implement ethic by design and train teacher as critical filter to manage bias and verify AI output or we call PVC cycle, prompt, verify, and edit. This is the recommendation of uh, how we use the AI. Thank you. This is all of my presentation. I hope this can introduce our discussion about AI and some view of the situation in Indonesia to challenge some feature or reason to implement AI for our education, for our uh, education in our country. Thank you. I send back to moderator Miss Julia.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Janwantoro. All the participants, please give a big applause for Mr. Janwantoro. Okay, Mr. Janwantoro, actually you still have about 7 minutes. Do you have any additional thing to know?
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Sure. I provide some data about the Indonesian situation that you know that 75% percent of our region in Indonesia still have no connectivity, no internet, no electricity. Maybe when we try to implement AI for our student, this is the challenge. And then for teacher and for uh, researcher or educator, etc., please understand that our AI used today, artificial intelligence used today, for example, GPT, etc., it's not not like us. For example, for our sociological and then for our how we think, how we communicate, how we uh, understand people, it's so different because mostly that GPT or AI is with community, so not our culture. maybe that's it's my point in our my focus point in our presentation, Miss Julia. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Janwantoro. So you will give 5 minutes more for the question and answer. Yes? Okay, all the participants, you can drop the questions in the chat box or maybe you raise hand and the question will be read after the third invited speaker has presented the presentation. Okay, now let's welcoming our next presenter, our next third invited speaker. She is Mrs. Ratna Yunita Setiani Subarjo, PhD from Universitas Aisyah Yogyakarta, BKKPI, PCII, PCIM Malaysia. The floor is yours, ma'am.
Thank you, Miss, for the chance. Good morning, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So,
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
give me the time to share the screen first. Wait for a while. All right. I got it. Have you seen the screen? My PPT on the screen? Okay,
Yes.
good morning, everyone. Thank you. So it's an honor and privilege for me to stand before today that UMS, University Muhammadiyah Surakarta, invite me as a speaker. So I want to say thank you to the rector and the dean of the Faculty of Education and also for the Vice of Dean because I connect with Vice of Dean because they as we know that UMS, University Muhammadiyah Surakarta, now they have collaboration with the PCII Malaysia and PCIM Malaysia atau PCIM Malaysia, Pimpinan Cabang Istimewa Muhammadiyah dan Pimpinan Cabang Istimewa Aisyah Malaysia. They have international collaboration with the International Community Service now. So now they are going to the SB Kampung Pandan atau Sangga Bimbingan Kampung Pandan. And it's an honor that the team from the education faculty going to the PCIM and PCII Malaysia today. So I hope everything goes smoothly for us and will contribute many, many things. And we hope that this collaboration also will continue. Amin, amin, ya Rabbal Alamin. So allow me to share about my experience because I'm a psychologist. So every speaker, they talking about the AI from the perspective of education. So good morning for the Pak Jan Wantoro. And good morning to for the Dr. Zamzami Zainuddin from the University of Malaya, I think. And then good morning for the Dr. Hood Camry Zulnaidi, it's also from the University of Malaya. Nice to hear about your discussion about the AI. So today I want to share about the navigating the AI era, a psychological approach to digital safety and well-being. This is all the content that I want to share. And as you know, the speakers also talk about this, that AI is reshaping how people communicate, learn, and interact online. So everyone now very familiar with the online, the Zoom meeting now, and then with the video call and another AI application now we have. It's also in the psychological issue. We also have like the interaction and counseling with the AI too. For example, when nowadays, if we busy in our place, so we can communicate with the psychologist from the application of the AI for the counseling time. And with this change come new psychological challenges, including ethical issues and rising case of cyberbullying. My concern in the University Kebangsaan Malaysia, my dissertation is about the cyberbullying that relate with the suicidal issue. So I wanna like also discuss about this thing too. And understanding human behavior through psychology help us respond safely and wisely, because nowadays when we ask about ourselves in how many times, in how long we use handphone in everyday life, so every person they will say that maybe 4 hours, maybe 6 hours, maybe more than that. It depends on us. But how make all the things safely and wisely for ourselves? We need to thinking and do about how to take care about ourselves. This is the AI in everyday life. We use AI like the discussion before. We use AI for everything, especially for the education. In every place, we familiar with Zoom. In every place, we familiar with the many applications on there. Especially it's like Instagram and then another social media. It's like the Facebook, TikTok, and everything. And it's also familiar with the Gen Z now. And I think it's come from the COVID era at that time. We are just like looking for something that can still relate with students. So we use Zoom meeting online for the first time. At that time, I also just like, oh my God, how to use that? But now we like make this in daily routine for ourselves, because it's like for myself at that time when I continue my study in Malaysia and I need to teaching my students in Indonesia. So we use like the Google meeting, Zoom meeting, and every day in the screen it's like connect with the online teaching. So it will be make like psychological issue for us, especially for the educator, for the lecturers, and also for the students. So we need to give attention about this thing, because it sometimes relate with our emotions. And if every day we have the emotion issue and it's not solved for ourselves, it will be a big problem later. This is what the data find that 1 in 4 people will experience mental health problems, and 1 in 6 students are experienced about the depression and anxiety. I want to show how it's like relate with the condition of now. Okay. This is what the data mention about. If we see how many person, especially as adolescents, of our students, they have like the issue about the cyberbullying is 25% have the sexual harassment case occur online. And this is what they can make this issue is a depression in the mental health issue. And if we see about the case in Indonesia, that maybe it's like what we call that in the social media, in the any news that we hear after the COVID-19 happened. So Indonesia have increasing about the suicide issue is 303% case happen in Indonesia. So it's make us as the educator or lecturers, especially for the psychologists, this is a big issue that we need to look back for what we need to do, because this is the big issue in Indonesia. Malaysia also have a big issue about the cyberbullying case. As I know that from the many lectures and also the data that they have increasing, but it's like no more than 100%. But Indonesia, we have increased by 300% more. The case happened about the suicide case. So like we see about when we need to adapt with the many what we call that perubahan that happen in our life. So we need to see about what the problem coming in ourselves. When problem coming in ourselves, that we need to adapt for everything. If we can pass for the adaptation process, so we got the success on there. So they will not just like see the psychological issue on there. But if we can pass on there, the problem just coming and coming. We thought we solve anything on there. So it just like we just put many, many things in the garbage, but we never go through to it's like release everything in ourselves. So it make the psychological issue coming, and it also can make illness in ourselves. For example, headache. The other thing is like we can't sleep. And another thing, that serious issue is about the depression, anxiety, and another the name of the psychological issue. So what we have to do to make this, it's like balance in ourselves. We need to move, but we need to see about our strengths and our weakness in every day. Sometimes when the problem coming in one time and the problem is a big problem for us, so we can't just do with ourselves to pass everything. We need support system on there. We need friends, we need family, we need the peer group, and the person around us, we need them to have like the support system from them. But if it's not happen, so we just like have the weakness, so we can move from one problem to another problem. That's why sometimes we just like bring any problem in the another time for our life. For example, now we are in the Zoom meeting, but maybe our thinking now, think every like many things, it just like in our thinking now. For example, maybe yesterday we have some problem with our students, for example. If it's not solved yesterday, so we still bring the problem in our mind. This morning maybe we have problem with our children, we have problem with another person around us, and we still thinking about that. So maybe we can focus to what must we do now, with now and here. We still thinking about anything in our mind, so it will be like bothering ourselves and make like focusing something is like just like in focus. So how the ethics and responsible AI use? Ethical AI requires transparency. But nowadays, if we see from the social media, if we see from sometimes from the account of the students too, that they join Zoom in the teaching online, sometimes they use the name is not the real name of their self. For example, maybe they use the name is just like the famous name on there. Love 123, for example, for the name of the social media. Sometimes one person they have so many of the social media account in the Instagram, for example. Maybe one person they have like 2 until 5 account of the social media. So it makes just like a fake something in front of the others. They just like make the chance to just like hate to other person, just like make a negative comment to other person, that we can control that. So psychological harm occurs when AI system produce biased outcomes, invade privacy, or manipulate emotions. And also we just like make our emotion is just like a manipulate in the online. Because sometimes when happens something, we just like I told you before, that when we have fake account on there, it's like we are free to do anything on there. We feel like that. We think like that. So any comments we will write on there because we don't have responsibility about the fake account on there. Many people in outside they don't know about this, and we don't know also whose person comment, whose person that like make a negative or positive comment on there. We just like blind on there. And then users and developers must ensure AI supports well-being, not exploitation. Because sometimes, like this is the one concern of myself is about human trafficking. It's also happened in the what we call that the technology, and also we can make the face is different. It's not me, for example. I'm here now as a Ratna Unita, but sometimes maybe another person want to make my face is changed, and they will give like uh, the negative news about me, for example. If the person wanna just like doing something negative to me, or they wanna make exploitation to me, or they wanna just like make fake something, just like wanna I'm join with this program, but in the reality, it just like for sell myself to the others. It will happen because we are not like not take care about ourselves sometimes because we upload many things in our social media. We need to thinking that because the technology now is like developed, and it's also about the AI. Sometimes we just use AI just like for the something on there, just like make ourselves be famous. But we need to thinking about the wisely things that not all the people around us in the social media, they are a good people. So that's why the AI also supports that don't do something just for the make ourselves famous. Like now, for example, we just looking for the thumbs or like, just we want to have like the what we call that as influencer or something that make ourselves famous in the social media. So this is the mental health issue, the condition that's happen now. This is for the anxiety that this is happen for the anxiety case is like high case to the people nowadays, and the depression is happen after the anxiety. Anxiety means not only about the what they overthinking something, but it's like the phobia also we include in the anxiety. And then we worry about anything happen when we upload something in the social media. It's then make ourselves it's just like make hidden something in our social media, and we make private something. I think this is the first filter that we can make safely for ourselves, so we can make private in the social media, for example Facebook, Instagram, and so on. And sometimes the case happen is because depression, and then ADHD, PTSD, OCD, and the other things. So why AI driven rise about the cyberbullying case? AI can be misused to create deepfakes, like I told you before. It's also can somebody just like send the message without responsibility to the others because they use the fake account, so they just hide themselves in the fake account. But they have target about the harassment on there. And students and adults as our students on there may face identity attacks or reputation damage created by AI. So they have so many kinds of AI. I think Pak Yan Wantoro is like expert in the AI and the other speakers. But we can see on there the AI also make a big issue in the negative thing. We know that everything they have positive and negative. But nowadays, many students, they also use AI just for looking something to advantage their self. For example, it's also about the task in the learning or education. Sometimes they just like make simple things and they use ChatGPT, for example, without they learn by themselves. They just like put something and everything is like just like finished for themselves. And then they submit the task to the lecturer. So it's also can make like another issue in ourselves because it's like if we use any AI just like for give ourselves advantage and we just like lie in the task and in the fake account and everything is just like lie on there, so we don't have the reality of ourselves. In psychology we have like dualism in ourselves. It's also just like we have like we call that is like the face mask in ourselves, atau kita sebut dengan topeng diri kita. So we don't have the reality of us. So day by day it will be make a problem because it will be serious problem in the psychology. If you ever hear about the bipolar, it happened because the simple things happen in everyday life and we not take care about ourselves and we just like put something, not use the reality of ourselves. So that's why bipolar coming to ourselves. I want to jump to this. This is the umbrella term about our mental health. Why we need umbrella? It's just like for metaphor in our life. Umbrella, it's like the mental health of ourselves. If any problem, it's just like the raining coming, and then we use the core of the mental health to keep ourselves from the raining. So means that we can have the condition of mental health is good. But if we not filter with anything, we just like get the raining and we don't have anything to keep our body, to keep ourselves. So they can make an issue in the psychology issue, for example, anxiety, stress, phobia, PTSD, and all these things happen in ourselves. So what is mental health? Mental health is the same important with our health in the physically, because no health without mental health. But what the meaning with mental health? Mental health refers to emotional. So in everyday life, we have any problem, but we can manage our problem by ourselves. If we can't manage that, for example, maybe today, so many kinds of the problem coming to ourselves, then we can control our emotional. So maybe we not do something fullness like angriness, and then it's not like heat coming in ourselves because we can manage everything to our emotional, just like stop this thing. Now we just put this problem because we need now to focus to the Zoom, for example. So no need to do anything else, just like put the problem first. Then after this finish, then we can just like back to the problem and try to solve that. So mental health refers to emotional and also psychological, because if like we don't have the psychological term as a good psychological condition, so we also just like make every problem just like be the negative comment atau keluhan-keluhan, and social well-being and social and spiritual. Some of the students that they have mental health issue, they don't want to have communicate with the other person. They just like escape from the task, escape from the communication, escape also from the reality. So they just like maybe if their friends looking for this students, so it's like not easy to find where is this student. And maybe if like the students have issue with the lectures, so we have like the supervision in the team of the like we call the dosen pembimbing akademik or dosen pembimbing skripsi. So it's not easy to find the progress of the student, for example, because they just like escape from the reality of what the task it should be they do that. And it affects how we think, feel, and behave in daily life. Because if we just like make the mental health issue, so we think just like give the thinking of negative and feel something just like sensitive feeling and behave in daily life, it's just like not worth it, not something do in the good manner in daily life. And important for handling stress, relationship, and decision making is what we call the, if we can manage everything here with the resilience, so we can manage our stress and we have relationship still in a good relationship because we still have connection with each others and they will support us and we can make a decision making by support system around us. So everything just like pass and pass for our problem. Why mental health matters? Because it will can impacts for our physical. Like I told you before, like I explained before that no health without mental health. Because if we just like make our problem just put there in the same place in our heart, in our feeling, in our thinking, so the capacity of ourselves is have limitation. So we can thinking clearly for everything that we need to do something in the future because full of their just like problem and affects relationship and social interactions. So like I told you before also, it just because when we put something with the things negative, we just like want to escape from everything, escape from the responsibility too. So this is what I call that bipolar when we just like have many masks in ourselves because we use AI only just give advantage but for the negative ways. So we will have depression, we will have anxiety, PTSD on there, and the worst thing happen, we have bipolar disorder for the extreme mood swings for ourselves if we can manage everything in the good way. So this is the symptom that we can see for ourselves. If something happened here, 1, 2, 3, or 5 on there, so maybe we have something that now we have poor mental health, so we need to looking for any help from the others. Persistent sadness or irritability, it's like just like we have sensitive something. If somebody command in the neutral or general command, we just thinking that the command is for me, the command is addressed to me. Why she or he do like that to me? It just like make everything addressed to their selves. But actually, in the reality, it just like for the general. All the students, for example, the lecturer says something for all the students. But if the students, they have like the poor mental health now, and the symptoms happen like the sensitive issue for this student, maybe they will thinking that, oh, this lecture just like address this sentence just only to me. It's something like that. And then social withdrawal that make isolation, escape from somebody else, escape from the responsibility, escape from the class, and just like make their self just do everything, go to another activities. And then
Sorry,
change
ma'am.
in sleep and appetite. It's like the time for sleep is also bothered on there because
Pardon me,
they
ma'am.
can't like sleep
Mrs. Ratna?
in the same time, in the regular time. For example, maybe in daily routine, in the 10 p.m., I'm going to sleep. But because I have so many problems in my mind, then I just like thinking about this thing. So maybe I just can go to sleep after in the midnight, for example. So the change in sleep and also about the eating something. If somebody they wanna escape their problem to just eat and eat something, so maybe the weight it will be over. But it's like me, if I have problem with something, so the eating just like decreasing. I don't want to eat something, for example. Then the gastritis coming to ourselves because when we have a big stress, so the what I call that asam lambung akan naik. So it will be make a problem with our gastritis and
Okay,
feeling
Mrs.
of
Ratna, the time is up. You have
oh
30 minutes, yes.
okay.
Okay.
Thank you for reminding me. So maybe I will jump for the last of the this one. So we have 4 keys to keep our resilience. Resilience is like what we can do to manage ourselves to not be the psychological issue. We have I am, I have, I can, and I do. What the meaning with I am is just like if we have like the strength on there, we know that we don't want to do this. We know ourselves is like the person with sensitive issue. So don't do something just like have the person, the friends just like they jangan memiliki atau berdekatan dengan komunitas di mana mereka memberikan komentar negatif dan kita bertahan di situ. So we need to manage our circle. But sometimes when we have problem, we can't do everything with ourselves. We need support system means that I have. So here I have means that we have support system or if the problem is big, so we can go to the psychologist. And we need to move from the problem. So we need use I can here. We have hope on there. We have dream on there. We can have like something to do in our thinking, to do something that make ourselves better. So I am, I have, I can. This is the 3 magic lines. But everything here, it just like be something just like in our mind only if we don't want to do that. Jadi ketiganya hanya akan membuat kita merasa bahwa kita punya 3 kata kunci itu, tapi kalau tidak dilaksanakan semuanya, so it just impossible to have a good resilience to ourselves. I think that's enough. So the last thing is you cannot control what happens to you, but you can control your attitude toward what happens to you. And in that, you will be mastering change rather than allowing it to master you. So don't thinking too much the comment around us because they just know piece of us. That's all from myself. Thank you so much. Then I will give back to the moderator. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Ratna Yunita Setyani Suparjo, PhD psychologist. Wow, it's really insightful and also very comfortable, very fun presentation. Yes, ma'am. Actually, I don't wanna finish this discussion, but due to the time from the committee given, we have to close the presentation. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now please give The applause for our presentation, Mrs. Ratna Yunita and also Mr. Jan Wantoro. Okay. Now
Thank
we will
you. That's why
open
we
the
need.
question.
That's
Yes.
why we need support system, Miss Yulia. That's why
Yes.
I need you to remind me about the time. Thank
I'm
you.
sorry, ma'am. Actually, I like your presentation and also Mr. Jan presentation, but yeah, maybe next time we will have another discussion. Yes, ma'am. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now we will open the question and answer session. We have about 10 minutes for the question and answer session. Please, to the participants who wanna give a discussion, who wanna discuss with our presenter, please chat. Write it in the box, in the chat box, or raise your hand to give a question. Any? No? Okay. While waiting for the question or discussion from the participant, I have one question actually for Mrs. Ratna. Yes, you have said about bipolar, BPD. Yes, bipolar. Yes, disorder. And I just heard about borderline disorder. Borderline. Yes. What is the difference between bipolar and borderline? Yes.
Okay. Thank you for the question. This is a good question because nowadays we have AI to just looking for the answer from the Google. But sometimes, because it's like very easy to find the answer on there, we forget. Sometimes we forget that it's just like from the machine. We need somebody, the experts on there. So don't judge ourselves just because we find something is like relate with ourselves. So we will just like make persangkaan-persangkaan. It's like we find the symptoms from there, then it's like, oh yeah, it's related with myself. So then we just like judge ourselves. Oh, I am a bipolar person. Oh, I'm a borderline person. It's not a wise way on there. Yeah. So I just wanna share. This is because about my expertise. What the difference of borderline and bipolar? In the bipolar, we have two conditions that is like opposite. The first condition we call that with the very happy. We can control when we feel very happy on there. For the example, if we feel very happy on there, so we can control ourselves just like buy something. Maybe, for example, Miss Julia go to the mall and looking for anything on there, and we just like blind with our eyes, just like wanna buy that. Just wanna buy that. Not because we need that. But for the bipolar issue, because they can control the happiness, so they just like see, okay, I want to buy this, and buy this. Sometimes it also happen in the nowadays we have Shopee, nowadays we have Lazada and the other things. Sorry, I mentioned about the brand, but we can just like stop ourselves to just choose this, and this. So after that, what happened in ourselves? The money in our account just like empty on there without we thinking about this before. So it means that over happy on there, we can control or manage ourselves. This is the one side of bipolar. But sometimes just because like 2 or 3 hours later, another thing happened for us, then we will do something, it's like very sad. And we can control that. When we feel very sad in ourselves, then we do something full. For example, we want to do, nowadays they have so many ways to just like kill themselves. That's why for the adolescents now, why the case of suicide is increasing 300% more. It's because when we think something, we thought we filter that. We just want to do now I want to do this with emotions. So this is the opposite happen, but the time is just like jump too fast. This is bipolar. But if we see about the borderline is the person that they want to show up themselves more than everyone else around them. They just want to be famous, but they don't have empathy to the others. If I want to be famous, for example, I just like make dengan berbagai cara. Although just like maybe the community around me know that they feel suffering. I know that they feel suffering because of me, for example. But I just do everything to be make myself famous more than the others. So the idea is not logic. In the Freud theory, we call this with the egoism. Because for Freud, in the psychological term, Freud with the psychodynamica said that every person we have id ego and superego. If the person can control their self, just like do something like impulsive thing, it means that they just have id and ego, but they don't have superego. They don't have control. They don't have ethics. They don't have norm in themselves. That the borderline person. That's the difference, Miss Yulia. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Miss Ratna. And also, okay, I can see one person who raised hand from Hatina from room one. Okay, please, Mrs. or Mr. Hatina. Yes, you can unmute. Okay.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
My question for Mbak Ranta.
Yes,
You,
Miss.
you, you said if you have as like a sign symptoms of poor mental health. If anyone face like this problem, should go to need help. Just my question, if some people like that, but they didn't go to help, sometimes they didn't take discuss about themselves. Sometimes they are like that. Should give me your advice for that. Thank you so much.
Okay, Miss Ratna, you can answer.
Yes. Okay. Thank you for the questions, Miss Hatina. Nice question. Yeah, because it also happened for many students. I also have so many students that not all they have expressed their emotions. They can express their self to the others. Sometimes it's because the personality. Some of them they just think that if they tell to anybody else, it just like make a judgment from the others. That's why just like make a keep silent on themselves. But what can I suggest? What can I give to advise that? We need like for kids that I mentioned in the PPT. We can just like make ourselves strong to every time. We have limitation. So we need to tell if we feel that ourselves is enough for every problems that happen to ourselves. That's why we need to have I am, I have, I can, and I do. So what can we do if our friends just like keep silent from everything? Maybe we can just like what we call that. We can give empathy. We can make like ourselves always be there. If we have the friend that is also like we close with this friend, for example, maybe we can contact our friend, although she or he never contact us, but we just like say, "What are you doing now?" So maybe you have any problem, or just like say something like this to make their self happy. For example, we invite our friend just like for go to somewhere that maybe if we know that what we call that, the hobby, the favorite place, the favorite behavior that she the favorite behavior that she liked that. For example, if your friend has a hobby to reading something, so maybe you can just like invite to your friend or make your friend just like give the book or just invite your friend to go to the library together. Don't make herself alone in the long time because sometimes it's also we just do something just like thinking ourselves without we thinking to others other friends. As a student, I don't know, Miss Hadina, you also student like me at the time. It's like very
Yeah, yeah.
far from the fact.
I'm master student in English education, Universitas Muhammadiyah Surakarta. Now
Where
in
are you from?
from Yemen. Now already
From
in the
Yemen.
third semester.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
almost
So
finished.
it's like you. It's like you because you are as a foreigner here, right? But you need have support system around you here. Maybe you have bestie around you. You have a good friend. Only one friend is okay. But don't do something or don't do everything you just do by yourself and then you just put many problems just like keep silence because we have limitation as a human on there. Don't do like that. So what I can suggest to you, if you just have one friend is okay, but make sure that your friend also can communicate with you in not every time, but it's like sometimes it's like you and your friend have communication. Don't make yourself alone because sometimes in the alone or you feel loneliness on there because you just like from Yemen, just yourself. You don't have the other person from your country, for example. Like me at the time, I'm from Indonesia. I went to the Malaysia at that time. I'm alone at the time, but I try to looking for the circle on there. So we need friends there. That what I can suggest to you. Or maybe if
Okay.
yeah. If you happy with the singing something, sing something, you can sing something. Just for sing is also release yourself if you have a problem at that time. Or you express with the gratitude journal in everyday life. Just write something, Alhamdulillah. Today I feel happy because of this. Oh my God, today something happened to me and I didn't expect that. But Alhamdulillah, you still save me in the right way. For example, like that. Just simple thing. But it will be useful for you and your future, inshallah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Ratna and also Mr. Jan. Actually, I have one question for Mr. Jan, but the committee has told me that the time is up. Yes, we have over the time.
Thank
And
you, Mbak Arinta. I am interested with your BBT and your presentation.
Okay. I will share to the committee and then committee can give you.
okay, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of today's invited speaker of the ICOLAE International Conference on AI and Technology Developments, bringing learning and education towards the next level. Something I have concluded for this, for the third and the second speaker, that in fact, the discussion about AI in education is closely correlated with psychology. It's about how someone can use AI in education so that it doesn't lead the negative things in life. Yes, like what happened at SMA Negeri 72 last month. See, maybe we still remember what happened in SMA Negeri 72 Jakarta last month. It's, I think, about how the use of AI in education, and also nobody accompany him to use the AI. I think what the presenter has present today will give us how to use AI in a good thing. Okay. And in closing our discussion, It's clear that the integration of AI in education offers both significant opportunities and significant challenges. Issues surrounding data privacy, algorithmic bias, and digital divide demand serious attention from all of us. The key takeaway is that technological advancement must go hand in hand with a strong ethical framework and well-thought our policies. Our shared goal is to harness the power of AI for educational advancement while actively mitigating risk for the benefit of all stakeholders. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your meaningful participation, insightful discussions, and commitment to advancing the future of education through AI and technology. We extend our gratitude to all speakers, participants, and organizers who made this event possible. Okay, once more, thank you for the speaker today, for the second and also the third invited speakers today, Mr. Janwantoro and also Mrs. Ratna. See you again in the next conference. And I am Yulia Mawada from Universitas Muhammadiyah Tasikmalaya as your moderator, signing off. Enjoy the rest of conference. Thank you. Nasrun minallah wa fatun qarib wa basyiril mu'minin. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh.
Okay, and I give it
Waalaikumsalam
back
warahmatullahi
to
wabarakatuh.
Miss Hanum as a master of ceremony.
Very well, thank you very much to our speakers, Mr. Janwantara and Mrs. Ratna, for the insightful speech, and also Miss Yulia for guiding our session. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our speaker session. Once again, thank you to all our speakers and moderators. Now we will present token of appreciation to our distinguished speakers and moderators. Okay, the first token is presented to Mr. Zamzami Zainuddin from Flinders University, Australia. Thank you very much, Dr. Zamzami Zainuddin. Next, please. The second token is presented to Professor Madya Dr. Hudkemri Zulnaidi from University Malaya, Malaysia. Thank you very much, Prof. Madya Dr. Hudkemri Zulnaidi. Next, please. All right, the third token is presented to Mr. Janwantara PhD from UMS. Thank you very much, Mr. Janwantara PhD. And then the last token is presented to Mrs. Ratna Yunita Setiani Subarjo, PhD Psychologist. Thank you, Mrs. Ratna Yunita, for your great contribution today. Okay, next is token appreciation for our moderators. Okay, the first token appreciation is presented to Mrs. Sri Rezeki SPD MPD MSc. Thank you very much, Mrs. Sri Rezeki. Next is token appreciation for Miss Yulia Mawadah SPD from Universitas Muhammadiyah Tasikmalaya. Thank you very much, Miss Yulia. Screenshot. Sebentar. Next, we would like to invite everyone to participate in group photo session. Kindly turn on your cameras if possible. We will take a few shots, so please hold still for a moment. All right, everyone stand by. 3, 2, 1, smile. Lanjut. All right, to the next page. 3, 2, 1. Next. 3, 2, 1, smile. Next. 3, 2, 1, smile. Next. 3, 2, 1, smile. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Next, we have a few announcements. Okay, everyone, after this session's end, we will move into our lunch break and the Friday prayer break. Once the break is over, please be advised that we will continue with our parallel session, which will take place from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Indonesian time or 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Malaysia time. Please proceed to the breakout room assigned to your presentation. There will be 25 breakout rooms available. Please rename your Zoom display name according to the breakout room that has been assigned to you. If you need any assistance, our committee members are available to help. And we would like to remind to all the participants to fill out the attendance form using the link that has been shared by the committee in the chat box. Thank you. Very well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you very much for your nice attention and active participation. Let's close our conference by reciting Hamdalah together. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Finally, I'm Hanum Harinisa signing off. Until next time, stay safe. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Thank you, Mbak
wabarakatuh.
Hanum.
How are you?
Guys, I got your future. From one side feeling success.
Welcome to Universitas Muhammadiyah Surakarta, where generation of dreamers have turned ambition into action. Since 1958, we've been more than a university. We are a launchpad for extraordinary futures. Our roots run deep, our legacy stands strong. Each of us dreams hard and studies harder. Every conversation brings us closer to the kind of future we want to build. We begin with curiosity, a question, a reaction, a pattern waiting to be understood. Then we turn that curiosity into our passion. The passion to seek beyond the obvious. What do you see? I see possibilities everywhere. The work may be complex. Got your hands strained. Your tools wobble, your focus locks in. But through it all, we craft the smiles of the future. Can you solve what others couldn't? What is engineer? The impossible. Every project starts somewhere small, but it's always building towards something massive. Systems start power progress, engines start move communities, and dreams become landmarks.
K300 P200. Use K300. Okay.
Welcome to the Maker's Playground. Oh, something breaks. Awesome. Now we know how to make it stronger. Build, test, fail, learn, repeat. That's how we do it. We lay foundations that matter. We work in still and stunning numbers that never lie. At UMS, science is practiced, tested, and lived. We learn how to care when it matters most, how to make the right call under pressure, and to push forward when answers stay hidden. What do you hear? I hear tomorrow calling, because what starts in our labs today becomes the breakthrough that changes lives tomorrow. And it all started with someone curious enough to ask why. Someone like you.
You don't build impact overnight. It takes curiosity, courage, and a whole lot of effort.
It's all the power of the right, and we wouldn't read it for anything, because nothing hits harder than learning from someone who has.
Okay, guys. So, to be successful, we must have positive thoughts from our environment and friends to make it easier for us to achieve our goals. Okay.
This is where life gets louder. Stepping out of your comfort zone. Finding out what you're really made of, because the world lives in the end between excitement and triumph, between failure and the next try. In that breath before you go in, you are a game changer. Whatever drives you, there's a place to grow. Hey, the one for you to become truly you. Next, there's IDGAM Saifawi. When Mim Sukun meets the letter Mim, it's read faintly and also hum.
How about it? Do you all understand?
Time to explore traditions that still whisper. Wandering through history after history, experiencing the heritage. Let the city mark you, change you, stay with you long after you live. Jesus isn't just a culture vibe. Where else can you experience all of this? Every dream finds its people, and people like you move the world forward.
How are you? How are you? Guys, I got your future. Start here. From one side door open beyond excellence, to be here is to be among the world's best.
Welcome to Universitas Muhammadiyah Surakarta, where generation of dreamers have turned ambition into action.